Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Q&A Sundays, where it's about you guys. It's about you guys and answering all the questions you wish, you know, financial questions, financially based questions based on what's going on right now with the economy, what to do. Um, Basically, I'm going to answer questions to help you not run your finances based on fear, how not to do that. This is the place where, since I've been out of debt, right? I fear the economy doesn't make me fearful because I'm not wrapped up in it like that. I'm not in debt, so it doesn't control me like that. So I'm not really scared. This has already been my life for a long time, many for 4 or 5 years already. So my life really doesn't change because of what's going on right now. Fear is, I learned, I've been known this, but I've never said it. Fear is really an acronym for, what was that? False evidence appearing real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So that's why when I always tell you guys, I run towards fear because I know it's nothing to run from. It's just like, oh, it's trying to look scary. That's why I turn around anytime since I've gotten to this point here in my life with this channel, created this SMD family. I didn't quit my job and say, hey, I'm gonna create the SMD family. It didn't work anything close to that. Nothing close to that. What's up, Mike? What's up, NC Biggs? Early people, Joseph, what's going on? I didn't quit my job, become debt free. I didn't become debt free and quit my job so I could say, hey, I'm gonna start the SMD family. I had to do all those steps first before I even got to this point. So now that I know for a fact, whatever it was when I was in my cubicle that told me it was time to go, because I always say that something told me. I remember getting up from my cubicle, looking out at the window, and something said, it's time to go, and it's time to go now. I swear to God, it was like that. It was time to go now. It's time to quit my job now. And I remember when I quit my job, for the first few months, I was nervous and scared. I was applying for other jobs, because I was just nervous and I have nothing to be scared of, right? And that was the only thing that got me out of reassurance. Hey, you have nothing to be worried. Is anything wrong right now? No. But even when I was trying to apply for those jobs, I was getting turned down by every single one of them. And that had never happened to me in my lifetime. In my life. Now I know why. Because nothing could have prepared me for this. It didn't let me get a job. You know why? Because jobs were not going to matter in the future. So why? No, you can't get one, Linnell. You can't get a job. They're not going to exist. I was like, oh man, if I quit my job, what about money? Don't worry about that either, Linnell. Money's not going to be an issue either because it's not going to matter where we're going. Now, NC Biggs right off the bat says, let me just get this because today's about you guys because I don't want to start rambling on. NC Biggs says, also, what up, everyone? Also, I'm asking this question off the rip. How am I supposed to get zero interest on my student loans if they are not if they are not if they are not at the office? That is a good question. You're right. Nobody's even there. Mm, didn't even think of that, but check this out, NC Biggs. I guarantee you, the majority of people that heard that interest is supposed to be frozen, guarantee you they thought it was supposed to be automatic. Guaranteed. People in debt think, same thing with, hey, man, leave it on your credit report. It's supposed to drop off in 7 years. Those same people think that way. They think it's automatic. No, it's not. None of it's automatic. None of it. I didn't even think about physical people were not going to be in the office taking care of this. Wow. Okay. And you know what's so crazy? This is what I heard, and then we'll get on to this question. This is what I heard. There are people out there trying to there are people out there trying to fix people's credit right now, right? And they're saying just like this, Hey, there's nobody in the office, so now we can just mail them a whole bunch of dispute letters and all of it will be automatically erased. And they're thinking, oh, okay. And the likelihood of that happening is most likely it will happen. You know why? Because nobody's there. But check it out. It will come back on right when they get back online. They'll just pick up where they left off. Oh, these letters, okay, then we'll put it back on because it will be a legit debt. If the debt is legit, they have the legal right to put it right back on your credit report. It's legal. NC Big says they're only offering deferment. Yes, they are. Anything that keeps that money going. Another commercial. Now, NC Biggs, does it interrupt the video or does it? Oh, I guess they do. Yeah, I guess they do interrupt the video. Are they skip videos, NC Biggs? What are they? Are they the ones you can skip or the ones you have to watch? What's up, Dave Sincere? Hello, Nicer. Welcome. Welcome, all you new people. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker, and I help people get out of debt by helping them financially see outside the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where people live, financing everything under the sun, and don't think twice about it, and wondering why they are living paycheck to paycheck, and they just can't figure out why, no matter how much money they make, they still live paycheck to paycheck. This is the reason. And the glitch in the debt matrix is this: things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people keep doing them. Okay. That's how, that's the glitch. And then I show people mathematics and they're like, oh my God, I still do. Right now, the difference is this: either you're going to believe the mathematics or you're going to believe your lying eyes. That's the difference. Okay. Skip videos. All right. What's up, Jaws 2003? What about paying debts off for a lower price? For example, paying 30% for a debt settlement instead of the average 50% for a debt settlement. Oh yeah, right now, don't even worry about paying any debts right now. Don't worry about that. That's that's really the last thing on your mind. Worrying about your credit score is really the last thing that should be on your mind right now. It really should. The majority of people don't know right now is creativity time. This is the time to find yourself. Stop worrying about the things that didn't get you nowhere in the first place. You know, credit doesn't make anybody rich. That's just in the debt matrix. Debt matrix is for people that just believe in credit and debt and just think debt is part of life, et cetera, et cetera. Right now is about you. You should sit back and say, what about me? There are no distractions. But if you follow social media, now there's a whole bunch of challenges on social media. Anything to keep people distracted to what's going on really right now. The whole financial structure is changing and people are doing challenges on social media. it just it just man, I just sit back and just watch. It's just crazy to see. It's like, dang, you don't even see the world changing and you're doing challenges? Yeah. It's amazing to watch how it all works, man. You guys, when I'm on the outside looking in, and when I see unemployment at an all-time high, we're in lockdown on quarantine, no guaranteed for your job to get back. Some people have lost their jobs. They know in their heart they're never getting them back, right? And they're on online social media doing challenges. Mm. Oh, I need something to take my mind off of everything going on. Off of what? That's all going on in your head if you let it. What about you? What's up, little bro? Patrick Young, my little brother. Dave says, I have the YouTube premium. I don't see any commercials. I pay $9.99 a month. I watch more YouTube than anything else. Well, thanks for nothing, Dave Sincere. No, I'm just messing with you. Welcome, sir. Nicer says the ads you can skip, but they 15 seconds, so I just let them play so you can get paid off of it. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. If you don't skip it, I get paid. All right, I'm still learning this. You know what? I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna read the details of monetization. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the details of it. Dave says, yes, now is creativity time. Every day, I'm thinking about how I can use this time and my knowledge to better myself and take advantage of the situation. That's how you do it. And here's, you know what I'm learning too right now? This is what I was just thinking about before this session today. I thought money means nothing right now. A lot of people don't understand that. People in debt still believe money's everything because they believe they're gonna lose everything, right? But people in debt don't know they don't own anything. But anyway, money means nothing. So trying to get money or trying to create a business to get money from people that don't even have it, you see, it doesn't even make any sense. There are people trying to create something just to get money, but clearly seeing nobody has a job and unemployment is at an all-time high, and they're trying to create something to create wealth or create a business right now. Right now, you create a business by helping others right now, helping others in such a crucial time, right? And when this is all over, who do you think the people are going to remember? They are going to remember the people that helped them. That's who they're going to remember. Now you must realize something. So if you're new to the channel, I want you to clearly see something that I see. Right now, stimulus money is coming. Okay. Uh, Refinancing a house is at a all-time low interest rate. Okay. These are people filled with fear, and they're going to invest in anything and do anything to try to survive try to keep attached to their old false normal. Okay. And then once they run out of money and they have no other option but to look at themselves, because right now, even money is still in their way. Even though every other distraction has been removed, money is still the main focal point. Once it's gone, they will have no choice but to focus in on themselves. And then that's when they'll find me and people like me that are here to help them in many different ways. It's not just debt, there's many different aspects of helping people right now. They're going to remember me. They're going to remember people like me, helping them, genuinely helping them help themselves, helping them never, ever have to deal with a situation like this ever again. Because once you become economy proof, which I am, it affects you very differently. Yeah, I know it's there. I see it. I see what's happening. I'm not blind to it, but it doesn't send me into a fear and a panic because I'm not part of it like that. Sup, Joseph? Dave Sincere says they're doing TikTok challenges. I know, ain't that crazy? I saw a couple come across my Facebook timeline. I'm like, what is this? Oh, a TikTok challenge. Unfollow. If I see too many of them, I unfollow. What's up, Mark? Welcome. SMD family members. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. Today is Q&A Sundays, and this is where you can ask any question you wish, and maybe I'll answer, maybe other SMD family members will answer inside of this room. Let me put this up here just in case. Okay. Jaws 2003 says, I've seen people taking screenshots of their stimulus deposits on social media. Oh my God. Screenshots of their stimulus check deposits. I hope you guys see what's coming. If you're new to my channel, I'm here to tell you, I'm going to tell you what's coming. Something come stimulus checks are going to be flowing through probably the whole month of April and the whole month of May. Come June and July, come summertime. Oh man. I predict this. Something big is going to happen. Big come this summer. Something big. It has to. Something big has to happen. It has to. Joseph says the Credit Karma credit The Credit Karmas, Credit Sesame are already emailing people about their stimulus check and how to use it to get in more debt. Ooh, man. I feel sorry for a lot of people in debt. I do, man. I got friends, man. The one thing about doing this, man, being debt free, man, it is so difficult to watch your friends and family members just dig themselves deeper in the hole, man. It's just, oh, it's just like, come on, stop. Do you see what's going around you? People taking stimulus checks, going to buy brand new TVs. Hey, man, I'm trapped in quarantine. I might as well do it on a big screen. Really? Oh, yeah, you're going to be doing it on the big screen. All right. A broken big screen behind an abandoned house. That's because that's where you going to be living. Nicer says, I'm not sure how YouTube ads work, but it's safe to say letting them play definitely means the content creator getting a piece of the revenue. Yeah, it's like twofold, right? I'm doing my content, right, and it's really really good, and then a commercial comes on. You want to get back to the content, so of course you're gonna skip that ad. It's like a double-edged sword, you know. If you got really good content and a commercial pops on, because I know when I'm watching a really good something on YouTube and a commercial comes on, I'm just like, man, I'm just waiting for the skip. I'm not listening to a word it's saying. You know, it's crazy. Joseph says Trump telling folks via Twitter to try any medication not prescribed by your physician. Boy, this is getting bad out here, man. I'm telling you. People going to burn through the deposit and will be asking for more. Oh yeah. And Dave, I don't know what's that's what I'm saying. Something big has to happen. You think people are going to starve? No. No, people will start stealing and robbing before they starve. I promise you that'll happen. If it comes down to where they need food, oh yeah. Patrick says a friend of mine said he's going to go and sell his house, the bank's house, and then build one from the ground up. How is he's not? Who is he like this, bro? Who is he going to sell his house to? Nobody has no jobs. Who's going to buy a house? What bank is going to actually lend somebody money to buy a house at this moment? That's never going to happen. That's that normalcy thing. That's why people are doing TikTok challenges. They're trying to think, hey man, let me just do this to take my mind off it. Okay, if it's a temporary thing that you're just trying to do it for, maybe 30 minutes just to kind of and then get back into creating something within yourself. But if you're like dead serious about these challenges, you're choreographing and making sure, hey, whatever. Man, it's just oof. And Patrick, I mean, you had to look at your friend like, man, you are in a whole different world. I would look at somebody like that and be like, man, what? I don't know what you're even thinking. Dave says, yes, it is hard to watch family and friends make these horrible financial decisions. It's bad, man. I got a friend, man. I've been trying to, I'm a stop though, man. I just love him. And it's bad to see. I won't be able to do anything for him. I mean, people, I'm like, hey man, you still got your job? Yeah, I still got my job. I say, that's not gonna be for too long. Everybody's gonna lose their job. Oh man, they ain't said nothing. Are they not gonna tell you? You think they're gonna tell you? Won't you just look around you and see that everybody's losing their jobs? Quentin says another beautiful day in South Carolina. Good afternoon, SMD family. It is a beautiful day here in South Carolina. That's why I love it here, man. It's always sunny. The majority of the weather here is always sunny. Q&A Sundays, you guys. Q&A Sundays. Hello, Jewel. Welcome. No problem. We just started. This is about you guys anyway, so it's not really, you didn't really miss anything. I'm just talking until everybody else wants to jump in here. Let me put this link up here so you guys know. 1 second. If you feel like joining, invite, copy. You guys want to jump in at any time? Let me know. Joseph says firefighters, police officers in New York have called in sick, leaving first responses. Ooh, badly exposed. Image of the shutdown. The postal service. Many people needing medical supplies. Paychecks won't get. Ooh. Yeah, the paper paychecks. Auto deposits are going to be first. Paper checks. Man, you know how much, okay, a lot of people don't understand how much fraud is about to happen. Right now, it's already started. But I tell you what, the postal service, they better keep their heads on a swivel. On a swivel with those checks. If I was a postman, man, I'd be nervous. I would be nervous around stimulus check time. I would be nervous. Nicer says, I've only seen your ads pop up in the beginning. If I was watching a replay and see a bunch of yellow ad markers, I would skip all the way to the end and then hit replay button to make the ads disappear. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. So you're saying I should leave them in the beginning then? See a bunch of yellow markers, I would skip. Oh, okay. I didn't even know you could do that. Patrick says, I asked him how much did he owe on the house, and he just said a bunch of years. He answered your question, how much you owe on the house, and he tells you in years. That doesn't even make any sense. I just had to keep my mouth shut. You have to. You ask for a number, and he tells you years. Wow. See what I'm saying? Little bro, that's called normalcy. Normalcy. I didn't learn normalcy until I got out of debt. Normalcy is, you guys can look it up. It's like people pretending, like people in debt, they don't really understand that normal is not normal. It's just their normal, right? And so, believe it or not, when everything has changed now, it's never going back to before, right? But when things get back to quote normal, they're going to fight for the next 10 to 20, 15 years, and it passes through generations to fight to get back that old normal. And that normal's gone forever. They're old fake normal. What's up, Ill Wills? Welcome. How you doing, sir? You know what else I was thinking about today? You know how, now, if you're new to the channel, I want you to walk through this with me, okay? Now, you know how everybody's losing their 401ks, okay? They like, oh my God, my 401k is being lost by the minute, right? They don't know what to do. They never even read the paperwork that comes in the mail. You know how they mail you things for your 401k and they just stack up in the corner? I'm talking to you people, okay? That never even ripped it open to see. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you've had to contribute to your 401k now and over all of the years that you have been doing it. Well, at least you think you have. And if that number is in the negative, you haven't been contributing anything. That's impossible. Okay, you just believe you are. And since you're in a negative, the money that goes into your 401k must logically and mathematically be borrowed. It must be borrowed. So imagine a person in debt, don't even know that part, but then they look at their 401k, see it dwindle away, right? You know what that really means? That means years of servitude. Now they're really in debt. Debt is a mental thing. It really is. It's more mental than physical, but people don't understand. Now they're going to see their 401k dwindle. Now they're going to be like, man, now I got to work for the rest of my life. Yes, you do. Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, you do. You can change it, but if you believe it because of what you see, they don't even realize that money in the 401k is not even their money, but the bank made them believe it is, even though I just proved to them that it's not. They'll see that money dwindle away, even though it's the bank's money. They believe it's theirs, just like they believe the house is theirs, just like they believe the car is theirs. And then when they lose it all, they'll believe that they lost it all. When in reality, they owned nothing. It's mental. But if you capture somebody like that strong mentally, they'll just, you know how many people out there believe that they'll never pay off their student loans? They are forever slaves mentally. Nicer says, yeah, put the ads at the beginning and at the end. At the end, we can mute the ad and reflect on what everyone just talked about while the ad plays. A good idea. Thank you, Nicer. Patrick says, hit that like button. Thank you, guys. Please do. And for those that you don't know, I just got my super chat approved yesterday or the day before yesterday. Even though it's in a bad time, man, it's just, I was happy that it approved, but it took me months to get that thing approved. God, dog it. But anyway, I'm not requiring, or I'm just telling you about it. But even when you do, I want you guys to understand that I appreciate it 10 times more, especially in times like this. You know what I'm saying? No jobs, losing money, you know. Q&A Sundays. All right. Q&A Sundays about you guys. So what you guys want to talk about? Ask me some questions. We're going to stay on as long as you guys ask questions. You know, we're not going to stay on for 3 hours and nobody's asking nothing. Not going to do that. Any questions? Any questions at all? Hold on for a second. It's about you guys today. So, oh, I see you, Jay Brown. 1 second, man. 1 second. Go ahead, Jay Brown.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Let me see.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just kind of wanted to touch on a few things that I've been seeing. I've been thinking about this because my grandmother, she has stage 4 cancer, and she's been doing chemo treatment. She doesn't do it regularly. I think they schedule her like maybe twice a month to do her treatments. But because of this pandemic, the essential things that she normally gets as far as her vitamins and things to kind of boost up her immune system, it's been going bare because you see everybody's making a run on those type of things to try to keep themselves healthy, uh, and that's something that's lacking. She's in New Jersey. That's a part of the world that's been hit as far as America's been hit a lot more than just because it's close to New York. So it's a lot of rising cases there, and so I had just this week alone I had to put something together. I had to go find her vitamins that she needed and put it together and package it and send it off to her. And as I was doing, I was thinking about like, man, because the way things are, what if they shut down the postal service? The elderly, other people who are dependent on these medical supplies and things, they're not going to get those supplies. So that's just off of that alone, that could raise the death toll of a lot of people out here who are in constant need of that service. Like people don't understand how vital the postal service is to a lot of things that we do just on a regular basis that we take for granted. So you shut that down, it's a lot of people that are going to be in trouble. So it's leading me to be more proactive. Like I'm going to send her, I'm going to try to send her about 3 or 4 months worth of supply this week, just in case, because you never know how things can go.
You know, so crazy when I hear you talk like that, man. You know how many people are not thinking the way you're talking right now? They're so wrapped up in the stimulus money and the problems going on right now. They're not thinking ahead just the way you're thinking right now. So congratulations for that, man. I mean, unfortunately I'm sorry to hear about your grandmother like that. Don't get me wrong, but to think ahead of what's coming, because remember before this all happened, people thought we should get rid of the postal service. Remember people talking like that? Also all old and antiquated. We don't need it anymore. Now look at it. That's the most vital thing needed right now.
Exactly.
You can't go
You
nowhere.
know,
We can't go anywhere.
nowhere. And
Crazy.
I urge people, like, if they do decide to shut down, you going into the lobbies and sending packages out. Now's the time for you to try and get a printer, and set up a direct, what do you call it? You could set up a time for them to pick up your packages instead of you actually going into the lobbies. Because if they decide
Oh
to shut
yeah,
down the
to set up that
lobbies,
postage at home. Set up that
yeah.
postage at home. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, this is the time for people to start thinking like that, especially if you got to send stuff off. I mean, you got to be as proactive as possible. I mean, there's things that we can't always remember to do or think of that might affect us, but the more we have these kind of discussions, the more it starts to get your mind to process, okay, this could happen. So, it's better to be prepared, than to be a casualty, you know, as far as things going right now. So, that's what I plan on doing, just being more proactive. I mean, I had to go to like 6 different Targets to find some of the stuff that she need, but I don't mind doing it because that woman helped raise me. She molded me into the person I am today, and that's the least I can do, to make sure that she's continue to be here as long as possible, or as long as God permits her to be here, you know. So I'm going to do my part. But yeah, as far as these paychecks and stuff comes, I mean, you imagine they shut down the postal service and all these checks, stimulus checks, or what if they shut it down right after
Mm,
the stimulus checks goes out? What if they
mm.
decide that's the end of it?
They wouldn't do that though. That would cause martial law. That would be instant martial law. They couldn't do that. They would not do that. I mean, think about it. Just to what you're saying. They think if they say we're shutting down the postal service, that would be a big, big problem.
Yeah, I mean, it could come to that. I mean, because they're just as risk as anybody else, and even these first responders. You got to think about the police. These police are contracting this stuff too. Who's to say that they decide, what, this is too dangerous for us to even be out here trying to
Mm.
aid anybody? Then you don't have the law. You don't have law enforcement out here doing their jobs. So it could be more pandemonium than people understand. Just
You
just
better keep
based
that
off of,
stuff to yourself, Joseph. You better keep it
hey,
to yourself.
hey, look. Hey, look, I'm just saying, they're human too, and we can't expect them to be putting themselves at risk without adequate supplies if they're not getting them as well. I mean, that's only they got to preserve themselves too.
I didn't even go that far. You're right. I didn't even go that far. You know, you're right. You totally forget that the police are people. They're humans, right? With families and kids and mothers and daughters, man. We really forget that. They're out there breathing air and doing all this crazy stuff, you know?
People are
Whew.
still doing crazy. People are still out here doing crazy stuff like getting into domestic disputes, and the police got to come out for that kind of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's putting them at
Yeah,
undue harm. Well, they don't even have. They shouldn't even be out there even dealing with that type
right.
of stuff. You know what I'm saying? People should have more common sense to understand. Like, yo, like any kind of little disagreement, like this ain't the time for it to escalate.
Well, you know, domestic violence is on the rise now.
That's the crazy thing. That's
It's on
that's
the
the
rise.
crazy thing. Like I can't understand it. Like y'all rather risk y'all safety, what I'm saying, going to jail and contracting this thing instead of being in your own home and just, what I'm saying, chilling, relaxing, and trying to find something constructive to do within your home. Like
They're
I
not,
just
but
don't
they're
get
not
it.
thinking like that. They're not thinking like that. Right now, can you imagine the grip, fear, false evidence appearing real, the grip, fear of debt has on people? Can you imagine it? Imagine that fear going through their brains right now.
Yeah, I imagine it. I imagine it because I'm by all means I'm not out of debt. Um, I'm in a debt matrix, but I'm woke. I'm awake. I'm
Yeah,
wide awake.
it starts mental. It starts mentally, right? It starts mental. Debt is mental, and you are already out of debt mentally, which is the first part. First, you got to mentally, like when you know me, when I teach people how to get out of debt, I have to first make them realize that they are in debt. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, it's like you speaking to you're trying to to convince somebody who's been engineered their whole entire life to think a certain way, so automatically they're just going to snap out of that way of thinking. It's not a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing, but once a person grasps it, there's no turning back. Like you can't go back to how, ignorance is not bliss when it comes to debt.
Yeah, and you gotta be, you know what? Honestly, you got to be something's. You got to recognize that there's something wrong first before you even come to this channel or SMD family. You gotta realize that there is something wrong already. Until you realize that, good luck. They're not going to see what you just said. Hey man, the police are people too. They got lives to, people don't think like that. They think the police is like robots or something. I don't know.
People are crazy, man. Like, let it be like a real serious, like uncontrollable situation for a policeman to come out. Not because you decide you can't get along with your spouse in the house. Y'all just bickering back and forth, and it gets escalated out of hand. Like, people need to really sit down and think, you know, what's really important to you right now.
Right. And with, most people don't understand that all distractions have been removed. They don't, you can't see it because of the fear. But right now, if they just sit back and think, wait a minute, I don't have to go to work. There is no 40-hour work week. I don't have to care about Monday through Friday. I don't care about Saturday and Sunday. I don't have to be anywhere. I'm not obligated to go nowhere with nobody. I can just take the time to myself. How many people you think gonna recognize that?
Hey, and I'll say this, LJ, this channel and a lot of people in the SMD family, this is a safe haven for me. This is where I gain my sanity because, you're just out here and you just hear people say so much nonsense on a regular basis. I mean, I come to work, and matter of fact, I'm at work right now. I'm on break,
Mm-hmm.
but I have that critical exemption in case that martial law does come into play,
Mm,
and we have that shutdown. You know,
mm,
I'm not one of these people who are sitting around here thinking like, oh man, this is great that I'm working. I got a
mm-hmm.
job. It's good that I have a job, LJ, but I promise myself I will not ever be exploited in this fashion ever again
Right,
because these
right.
people do not give 1 ounce of crap about me.
And it's okay because just think about it, it's just business. It's just
Yeah,
business. It ain't
yeah,
even personal. Ain't even
right,
personal.
right, and I'm not sitting here crying and boo-hooing
Right.
about that fact. I just understand like I got to do something within me to make sure that this doesn't happen, and I'm not in these type of circumstances. But
Yeah.
a lot of people don't want to look their decisions in the mirror and say, okay, I made that decision, but they want to sit here and blame the president for the president not doing certain things. Okay, so you're a
Somebody.
nurse, you're a nurse, but you don't have to go out in the field. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to put yourself in
Sure
harm's
don't.
way. If you don't have the supplies you need, you know, if it's not there, you can sit home. You
Yeah.
know, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be there. But if you're going to be there, you have to understand this is the decision you made, and you can't put that on nobody else because
Correct.
he's not forcing you to go there.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. You're right. Debt makes a lot of things. I mean, some people just want to help. Good for them. But if the majority of people were not in debt, they wouldn't put their life at risk like that. They wouldn't do it.
Nope.
Wouldn't do it.
But, yep, LJ, I just wanted to chime in, and I didn't really have any questions. but I just wanted to get on here and tell you, man, you're doing a great job. And
Thank you,
you know,
man.
this repetitiveness is not it's not a bad thing
Right.
for guys like me, because
Uh-huh.
I need it, because I'm always surrounded by folks who are just saying some of the most ridiculous things constantly.
Right. Right.
And this is what keeps me, sane.
My little brother be saying that
So
too, man. My little bro be saying that, man. And you know what? And I realized that because, man, when I first got out of debt, man, I didn't have nobody to talk to. I had to there's more of them than us. And I didn't have anybody to talk to but my silence. I had to just zone out everybody. I had to.
And sometimes you got to catch yourself, like you just want to just say something to just destroy their whole art, their whole conversation. But then you're just like, you know what? Just let it go. Like it takes a lot sometimes for me not to say something, but
Yeah.
I've been like, you know what? I just can't go there. Just leave it
Mhm.
alone.
Right. You do. Because we are, believe it or not, we are the 1%. When you're in debt, you think that they're talking about the 1% rich, right? Oh, they're wealthy, the 1%. No, the 1%. When you find your passion and you become aware, we are considered the 1%. And you just gotta. The whole economy wouldn't work if the majority were not in debt. That's the unfortunate fact. It is what it is, but it's all a choice. People are choosing to stay there.
Right.
So
But yeah, man, thanks again. And
yeah,
I'll just jump back in the chat, about to head off. But
I appreciate it, man.
appreciate
Appreciate
you.
you for real.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm. All right, man. Wow, that's good. Joseph, always a nice contributor to the S&D family with knowledge, man. That's cool. Dark Man says y'all should keep up donating to LJ's Cash App. YouTube gets a big cut out of it, and he doesn't receive it for a couple of months. You know what, Dark Man? It's cool, man. But you got to understand that when you can if you see something obvious like, ooh, YouTube gets a big chunk, but when you get out of debt and you understand the taxes, how the taxes work, I get that money back. Don't get me wrong, I get it back. It comes back as phantom income. It's not cash. Well, it is cash, but it's what's called phantom income. So I get it back, trust me. But the only people that get that back from YouTube's cut are people that are not in debt. Dave Sincere says, when you met your lady, did she already have the mindset, or did you two develop it together? Dave, actually, her mom. It's the weirdest thing. Her mom taught her never to owe anybody. So when I met her, she was not in debt, nowhere close to being in debt, and had some money saved, right? But it was the mind. It wasn't the mindset of debt free and then grow. It was just the mindset of don't owe anybody, and nothing else. But on the side, she had high phone bills, she had high utility bills, things that you could bring down that if you just pay attention to it, you can get the same service to bring them down. So I came in, buttoned up some things, but the point with her is that I made sure she wasn't in debt. That was a key for me. It wouldn't have been nothing if she was deep in debt, for sure. Josh 2003 says, what do you think will happen to airline tickets now that people are losing their jobs? Do you think tickets will be dirt cheap or expensive? First, you're going to have to determine how many airlines are left, because people are not going to be flying for years. Okay. Airlines, they're getting hardest hit, because imagine this. There's a killer virus going around. Even when they get the cure, now people got to worry about if other people have taken the shot or not taken the shot. And you think they're going to be on an enclosed airplane for hours with somebody that they believe is probably infected? No. Airlines, they're not going to be cheap. They're going to just be cheap because they have to. And when I say cheap, is that going to be the real price of airline tickets? I don't know what makes an airline ticket $500 per person. I never knew that. Why are tickets $500? We just thought, okay, that's just how much it costs. First class costs this, general class costs this, and hey, what's the real price of an airline ticket? I don't know. Shout out to Ill Wills. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Let me see if your super chat is working, LJ. Finally up and running. Always proud of you fighting out the cubicle jungle. Yeah, man. And I'm telling you, Ill Wills, man, when the universe told me I had to quit my job and quit now, I kid you not, it was said to me just like that. You have to quit, and it's time to quit now. Now in 2020, I know exactly why it told me to do that. I had to be prepared for this. I quit in 2016. I had to be prepared for this. I had to know what it was like to not have a job. That alone, people have to go through withdrawals from that. They do, to not have a job. That's why people are saying, oh, I'm so bored. I'm so bored, because they got 40 hours back in their life and they don't know what to do because they've never had it for years. Some people work more than 40 hours a week, haven't had that to themselves in years. Now they got it back to them just like that overnight, snap of the fingers. Now you got an extra 40, 50 hours of life back, time back in your life. What you going to do with it? Oh, I'm bored. I'm going to do a TikTok challenge. Okay. All right. You do a TikTok challenge, crossing your fingers, hoping everything goes back to, quote, normal. Shout out to Ill Wills. Thank you, sir. Always been supportive since day one. Much appreciated, sir. Quentin says it. If you don't have cash to pay for a house, are paying more for the house than it's worth. Oh yeah, you're gonna right now. It's not right now is the time not to buy anything. Don't buy no house. Don't buy nothing. Nothing. I'm telling people right now, if you have equity, if you have student loans, listen to me closely. If you have student loans and you have equity in a house right now, refinance your house and pay off your student loans right now. If you ever want to become a millionaire, you cannot become a millionaire while having student loans. That's mathematically impossible. Okay? That's mathematically impossible to become a millionaire while having student loans. Refinance your house and pay those off ASAP. Even if you don't even have enough to cover the whole student loan, get whatever you can out of that house right now and pay as much as you can. Jewel says, how do you buy tax deed foreclosed houses? I learned this before but forgot. I would say wait till next year, Jewel, and then go out and hire a bomb ass attorney that understands it all, because you'll have plenty of money. Don't even worry about knowing it. Just go, hey man, I need to go get the best lawyer. This is what I'm trying to do. You go do everything that needs to be done to make sure I own this house properly. Always get a lawyer. Because think about it this way, Jewel. People will buy a $300,000 business. They won't buy it without a lawyer, but they will go buy a $300,000 house without a lawyer. That doesn't even make sense. It's business for the bank. With the way the bank sees it, if somebody gets 300,000 from it for a business, that's business. Somebody gets a house from them, that's business. Same thing. Get a lawyer that understands it all. Herbert says, Linnell, will this virus change your quality of life in the future? No. Doesn't change my life. It changes what this virus is doing is changing the whole, it's changing everything really. But financially, which I stick on right now, financially it's changing everything. I'm changing with it. It's changing. I can see it. It's changing. Change with it or you're gonna get left. Oh, I see you, Mark. I'm sorry, sir. Let me get in here 1 second. Hey, Mark, go ahead, man.
Hey, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah. So when you when you always talk about you had a voice in your head telling you to leave, telling you to leave your
Yeah.
job, I
Uh-huh.
actually had that same experience, and I think I wouldn't be here without it. It was a job, and it was always this fear that I had at the workplace, and in the back of my mind one day, I had listened to Les Brown and, other motivational speakers, really got in touch with knowing them. And I just heard this voice in the back of my head. It's like, quit. It just said, quit, Mark. Just quit. Don't worry
Yep.
about what happens next. Just quit.
Quit. Exactly.
And when I did it, like things were kind of
Did I lose you? You still there, Mark?
it just
Okay, say that
Yeah, I'm
again. We
still
kind
here.
of
Can
lost
you
you
hear
for
me?
a second. Now we can.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So listening to it, it wasn't things weren't straight at first. It was kind of rocky at first, but it just progressively got better and better and better. And I think it was rocky at first because of me, because I didn't know how to handle. Like, man,
Right.
I mean, I'd never quit a job. Like, I had never. How do I say? I've never been fired, never been quit, or never
Right.
like quit. Always
Me
left
either.
because of school or this or that and the
That's
third.
me. Same here. All the
But
above. And then a voice tells you to quit, do something that you've never done before. And had I not
right,
listened to it, I wouldn't be here if I didn't listen to that voice.
right. That's exactly it. Because I feel I kind of realize now, like I chose that workplace because I was afraid. It wasn't because I needed it or anything. It's just I was afraid. I was afraid of something like not having money. Really, that's really what I was afraid of. Not
Exactly.
having the cash,
There it goes.
and
There
it
go
just
that
made
money
me,
thing again. See,
you
there goes
know,
money again. See?
and it's crazy. When you say don't worry about the money, just worry about what you love. I really took that into heart. And I was like, man, if I didn't get paid for doing this, would I actually like it? And and then
Right.
things started getting revealed to me more and more and more and more.
Hmm.
And so that's where I am right now,
Right.
in this STEM. And I see like money is nice. It's nice to have. You need it, of course, but at the end of the day, what parts of my life need money and
Right.
what parts don't? And when I see that and I see, oh, okay, wow, like I really don't need money like that. It's different. It's
Yeah.
different.
And to come to
It's different to
realize,
look at
because
it like.
it's a hard reality to come into. It's really because I was just like you. I never got fired before. I never just quit a job. I never not finished something that I needed to finish. And here's something, and this is what I look at it now. The voice is the future me. It always has been the future me. The future me that
Right,
says, yes, that's what you're going to do. If you ever want to get here, whatever my purpose is right now, if I want to get to my purpose, because I've always in my mind and in honestly inside of me, I've always known I was supposed to be wealthy, right?
right,
But I didn't know wealthy was time. I didn't know it was money. Now I know it's time. But I always felt that. But I'm thinking to myself,
exactly.
oh man, everybody always says that. No, but I meant it. I meant that. But I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know it was
Right,
a voice was gonna have to tell me, hey man, you're gonna quit your 6-figure job right now. Now you ain't even got nothing in the way, because debt wasn't in my way when I quit my job. So it really
right,
was an excuse. Because it would say, because I said to myself, quit my job, what am I gonna do? Don't worry about it. You ain't got no bills, so you don't have to worry about anything. So I
exactly,
did it.
exactly. Even when I had bills, or even having bills myself, it
Mhm.
just leaving and seeing the difference when I finally decided, look, man, I'm not gonna do anything out of fear anymore. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
do it because I know this can get me to this next level. You
Mhm.
know, that's what really changed my perspective on just jobs in
Mhm.
general
Mhm.
and just in life in general. You know,
Yeah. I mean, I look at a job, it's just strictly to make money to finance your dreams. It's
exactly.
not it's not for, oh man, this would be a good job. That's a good company, man. I'll
Right,
stay there 10 years, I'll move up the ladder. No, that's all the wrong thinking.
right,
All it's there to get money, period.
right.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. It's nice though. I mean, let me ask you something, Mark. Now that you
Uh-huh.
come here and here I am talking about the voice, you couldn't even tell that to nobody else, right? Because they would have thought you were nuts,
You couldn't. It's
right?
funny because I went to work and I said, you know what? I told people at work, like, you know what, man, I quit. And
Mm,
I remember, I had a great friendship with my coworkers. We all kind of stuck together or whatnot.
hmm.
And I told them, and they were like, "Don't do it, Mark. Don't do this. Like, what are you gonna do with it?" And then I do. I was like, "Man, I can't tell these people anything. I just gotta go."
Right.
It was,
And,
yeah. It's
and
I
if you
couldn't tell you.
if you think back and really pay attention to, like, think back and think about their reaction to what they were saying, right? They
Right.
were really talking about themselves.
Exactly.
They don't know they were. They don't know they were talking about themselves. They didn't know they were expressing their fear of ever doing such a thing. That's why they're saying,
Exactly.
and you did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, man, if I go back and talk to them, what would they think? You know,
Right.
what would they
And
actually think?
you better believe, like, I have people that still follow me from my old job, and they
Mhm.
we were good. Some of them just know me. They still follow me on Facebook, right?
Right.
And I can only imagine them thinking about me back when I quit in 2016. Like, damn, had I known this was coming, you know, I would have did it too. But nobody knew this was coming, not even me.
Right.
But knowing that I'm in a better position because of it.
Right. That's exactly what happened. And it's crazy too. You know, when I followed it at first, I didn't know what I was gonna do, but something just kind of came, everything came together. I don't know how to say it. Like the very thing that I needed just came
Correct.
right after I said, you know what, no, I'm done. You
Yeah.
know, and I left.
And I kid you not, I kid you, for example, like this super chat that just popped up, right?
Right.
Now I was running to this main problem that was preventing me from it, right? And then finally, honestly, man, I would just said, you know what, it's too much resistance. Okay, right now is not the time. And then I just chilled on it. Okay, I said I'll just come back to it when I just come back to it. Right now, it's just
Right.
causing resistance. Next thing you know, I get an email saying I've been approved. You see what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. I didn't do anything different. I just said, screw it. I'm not going to fight the resistance. And then I just stopped. Not saying that I just gave up on it, not like that, but
Right.
just I just got the email out and I'm like, damn, I didn't even do anything different than the last point, and then I'm approved. See what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's just all about purpose. You know,
Mhm.
people, there's a way to go about living, and sometimes you just gotta trust what's right there, telling you to do what you gotta do. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just gotta trust it. Because if I didn't trust it, I don't know where I would be, but I want to be here. That's
Imagine,
for sure.
and now imagine this. Imagine this, Mark, going into somebody that's scared of losing everything they think they own, and you walk up to them and say, "Hey, man, listen to the voice in your head. Just go straight towards fear." They'll think you are nuts.
No, of course, of course. But I
Mhm.
mean, what can you do?
You know what?
You know,
What I'm trying to do now, Mark. I'm trying to be that person that they remember after all this is over. The,
right?
the person that actually helped them. You
Yeah,
know?
and I think that's ultimately that's everybody's purpose.
Correct.
We're brought here to help within the environment that we're at. We're brought here to help each other do what we got to do. You
Right.
know, we they always say we're social beings, but everything is connected to everything. So
Yes.
everything must help everything be at its best.
Hmm.
If not, how could that one part live on its own? You know?
I know you think about it now. Here we are. We think we at the top of the food chain, right?
Right.
Animals are below us, right? Now animals get to run the earth free right now. We the one in
Look,
cages. Now they
look,
watching us in cages. Ain't that crazy?
look. It's crazy. It is.
Our
No, it is.
houses are our cages.
Yeah. You know, and I don't think people see it like that because it's nice, I guess, inside, but after a while, you know, you do want to go outside, you want to experience things, but in your own mind, you can't
Right. You can't.
because there's
You
this
can't.
thing around you and you don't want to be, of course, you don't want to be a part of the statistics, so you're going to find your way out of the statistics.
But just think about it.
But
Just
you
think about it.
are,
If you had
you
a
know,
$1 million home right now, $1 million home in Beverly Hills, but you couldn't leave it,
oh,
that would become a cage for you. I don't care how
exactly,
nice the house is. It's a cage.
exactly,
It's just a big,
exactly,
nice cage.
exactly, exactly. And I don't think, I don't think people are willing to admit that part
Right,
of it. You
right,
know,
right.
we have these constructs, we have these buildings, we have these cars, these things, but when we look at it, do we really need it to do what we have to do? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's
I
changed
don't know.
forever.
It's
It
changed.
has changed forever.
It's changed.
Right
It's
now, I
changed.
keep telling people right now, if you're deep in debt, this is your get out of debt free card. Right now,
Yeah.
you
Look,
got
if I had a house
yeah,
and I had an equity in it, I'd be.
right. You see what I'm
I
saying?
would say,
And it's
you
all
know,
legal. And it's all
right,
legal.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to some people and see if I can bring them over to the dark side.
Hey, check
And-
this out. Check this out. Hey, Mark, when you go suggest that to somebody, I want you to tell me their reaction. Okay? When you
oh,
tell
I
them that.
I think I know, but I'll let you know.
They're gonna think you crazy again. Oh, Mark, you've been talking to voices in your head. Now you're telling me to refinance my house and pay off my student loans. Are you crazy? That voice tell you to do that too?
Hey, but look, I always want to say thank you, man.
Hey man, I
Because
appreciate you too, man.
you know,
Thank you for believing in me, man. Thank you for trusting me.
of course,
Appreciate it.
of course. All right, take care.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right. Oh man, I didn't see you there, Hyphy. Sorry, sir. If Mark want to come back on, hey Hyphy. Hey Mark, Hyphy wants to get on with you. If you want to jump back on, man, we can do that. Jaws 2003 says, I'm good with going outside since I live in a rural area. I know, man. Me and my son saw a turtle lay eggs in my yard. Oh, that would be cool. I wish you should have recorded that, Jaws, man. I would have loved to have seen that. That'd have been cool. Hey, so Mark, if you're still on, you and Hyphy can jump back on if you want. Okay, Mark's on. We're waiting on you, Hyphy. Allegedly.
Yeah, I can't do the see it in the chat whilst being on StreamYard, so
Right.
I don't really I don't get the updates.
Yeah, I don't look at what you guys see in the YouTube chat.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
in the StreamYard chat, so it's
Exactly.
kind of late. Yeah. Can you see the StreamYard chat?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, well, I just gotta hit chat, but
Gotcha.
yeah, I think I see it.
Hey, Hyphy, you out there? I'm assuming he's trying to get in here now.
I got you.
But yeah, it's things are. I don't really believe people can see the bigger picture. Okay, I lost you guys. Oh, okay. All right, you back, Mark?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool. The link is in there, Hyphy. I'll post it one more time. Cosmic just did it, but here it is again. Shout out to my little bro for the $10. Thank you, bro. I'm so glad my little bro listened to me, man. Oh my God, man. It took me a long time to get him on the hook, man. But
Doesn't it feel good?
I had to put the right kind of bait. That's all.
It feels good when you've done something, because that's exactly what happened to me too. I did something, and my family just, like, at the end result, they saw it. They were like, "Wow!" And I was like, "Yeah, you could do it too." But there's
Right.
that resistance that they have, and I'm like, "Damn, like I'm trying, yo."
Shout out
It's like, I did it. You could do it too.
Shout out to Stormtrooper Supreme, sir. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Like I always say, especially in a time like this, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Hey, when you say to them, you can do it too, they just say, nah, I can't. Yeah, nah.
I got my oldest brother to begin it, and then he stopped, and I'm like, "Man, you need to go back. You need to hop back on it."
Oh, he started, then he stopped?
He started and he stopped. What I advised him to do,
Right.
and this is kind of a course thing, but I advised him, "Look, man, take this course." I did it. I got to a certain place. Now I'm able to do other things. I'm able to pay my debt off. I'm able to do this and that. And I'm like, don't stop. Just keep on doing it. It's like, Yeah, it's boring, it's lackluster, but that doesn't matter. Just
Right.
get to the end, and it's different. It can
Yeah.
help you along the way, along to where you want to get to.
Right.
Because when you see people and their interest and really their purpose,
Hmm.
because they keep on. I don't know what it is. It keeps on showing itself in your
Correct.
life. Your purpose
Correct.
keeps on showing itself in your life, and
Correct.
I see it, and I'm like, look, this may not be the fun part, but you know, you get done with this part. Now you're able to fulfill what you
Correct.
feel, you know,
All
and
right.
people will
Hyphy.
trust you more.
Hyphy just jumped on here. Can you hear us good,
Hey,
Hyphy?
what up, I?
See, Wagwan, COVID-19 spreader in the building. Wagwan.
He changes his name every time.
What's good?
Hey, so I'm in my kitchen just, cooking and things, listening to Mark come out and, say his thing about quitting his job. And I had to double back and say, oh my days, did he really just say that? That he quit his job? I said,
Hey,
oh my days.
Right.
hey, at
Right.
that point, man, I had to. I had to. It was like I was fighting myself every
This is
day,
your recent
and it
job?
hurt.
This is your recent job?
No, not my most recent. No, 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 no. This
Oh.
was
Oh,
before
okay, see.
Okay.
before all
Okay.
of this.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
what I
I was
figured. I
fighting.
was like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
maybe I
no, no, no,
misunderstood. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
no, 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 no. Right now, I can see the benefits to having work, of course, especially in the position that I am. So I'm not gonna quit it, but I just know it's an eventuality. I am gonna quit. It's just an eventuality,
Right. No, it's like
to
if you
that
got a
point.
job right now, yeah, for sure. You got
Yeah,
money coming in. Ain't nothing wrong with money in here.
right. But yeah, no, no, no. I was talking about an older experience. I mean, I had to. I just had to. You know.
Okay, see, and it's nothing. This doesn't even have to do with finance and all of them, but it's nothing like knowing how to just follow your instinct.
Exactly. And that was the
Your
best
gut feeling.
feeling. That was the best
Seeing,
feeling.
and when you go against it, you usually don't make the best decisions.
Exactly. Exactly. Because it was funny because I told people I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna quit, and somehow I was sucked back into it. They were like, "No, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit." And in the back of my mind, I was like, "I'm gonna quit. Maybe not right now, but I'm gonna quit." But I should have quit when I said I was gonna quit, because it just got a little harder. I, I don't know. It's just I shouldn't have stayed on longer than I had told myself that I was gonna stay on. When I said
Yep.
I was gonna quit that day,
Right.
I should have just quit that day.
Right. Right.
I should have just walked out. Um, but it kind of showed me a valuable lesson too. Just listen. Don't worry about you know don't worry about what happened right now. Just later on, just listen and make sure that listen to your gut because it's telling you the right thing. It's really you telling yourself what you should be doing, what's appropriate for the situation that you're in. You know, it's appropriate for you to quit. It's appropriate for you to quit. Just leave. And I actually had to tell someone who actually brought me into this finance world, getting out of debt. I had to kind of motivate her to leave her work too, because she was out of debt. She was just looking for a new reality, for herself. And I was like, look, just quit. Just quit. Just leave the job. Don't worry about it. Everything will turn out well. And she finally did. And she was like, man, I gotta thank you. Like she's just chilling out, well, doing her own thing, looking for her purpose. And that's why I'm like, just listen to the voice on the inside. Otherwise you're gonna be somewhere you shouldn't be. You're gonna be somewhere doing something you shouldn't be doing. That was maybe needed for a little amount of time. But ultimately, what you should be doing is your purpose. Everything that you should be doing is your purpose. And everything that goes into you living is you finding your purpose again. I like to think as a child, you you already know what you are. You already know what you're supposed to do. And somewhere along the way, you lose it. You lose that vision of what you are. So you have to rediscover it again. And yeah, you have to go through the world and rediscover it again. But once you rediscover it, it should be unleashed. And you should just be doing exactly what that voice in you tells you to do, which is just you, which is the truest you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I'm off my soapbox.
Seeing, well, all right. So even though I misunderstood it, just be glad that you took in the lesson to teach you about the teams, and then
Exactly.
also look at it like this: just that experience alone, it prepares you for the next one, which you'll probably make, someday. So you'll recognize this territory that you're going into. Hey, I gotta face all these people, and they're gonna be thinking that I'm gonna be crazy in this madness in the head. But nah, you're gonna quit that job too, and it'll feel
Oh yeah,
right.
of course. It's an eventuality. I already tell people just just be prepared. I'm I'm gonna leave one day. I'm just gonna leave one day. And that's what I tell them. Just be prepared. It may not
Facts.
do anything for the work, environment, but I'm just saying, look, I already know this isn't the end of the road, so you know.
Facts. Now, see, I want to take you to the next side of the game when you quit your job and you're being, or whatever you're doing whatever you love, but it's for yourself. And I actually hinted on this yesterday that I'll be sitting over here laughing. Now, mind you, I live in like a beach city in Los Angeles, so you can
Right.
only imagine my rent is more expensive than other people.
Mm-hmm.
Now with that, I've went on vacations and all this stuff. Nobody knows, but I haven't made $1 since like June of last year.
Man.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here laughing about I'm over here like damn near playing around.
You're broke. No, I'm just
Now
Hey.
see that's the thing.
that's what
Right,
everybody
basically, long
calls
story
it. Go ahead.
yeah. Long story short, okay, I have like my own business, and I have like like a few people I contract to do some of the work. Now, usually when I just do some of the administration work, obviously I get paid. Well, I've been doing ever since June. I just constantly, throw throw all the work to somebody else, so I don't get paid, but I can afford to do that.
I see
So
that.
I mean, yeah. So that's all. I just haven't been doing any of the work.
See, a lot of people won't even get what you even saying right now, Hyphy.
Right.
They won't even really get, yeah, man, he ain't even scared that he's not making $1 because you don't have to. People try to get that across somebody in debt. They will never understand that.
It's a hard thing. I mean, when you know getting money is working, that's about as all you know. Even for me, it's hard to see it, but I get it. Especially if it's your company, I get it.
People don't once you get out of debt, Mark, you'll understand phantom income. Once you
Right.
understand phantom income, you'll see why Hyphy's able to do that. That's why it
Hey.
doesn't matter. That's why he's laughing and giggling and stuff like that.
All I'm just waiting to be at Hyphy's level. Because right now I'm like, there's still some things I don't know, but once I get there, I know I'll be cool, man.
Yeah, I told LJ this before, but I would basically have a situation where I would let me see, I would just like do all the work for about maybe 3 or 4 months, and then after that, I'll just defer all the work to like a couple of people I just contract, and then that's when I'd be on vacation, like doing whatever I wanted to. And it's no different this time around. I went to like some real big like some real big fights. I went on 2 out of the country vacations ever since then. Like they're just slowing down. I do not
Hey.
care. I do not care. Everybody else is, I do not care.
Right. Right. And that's where I'm gonna be. Right now I'm just soaking it all in, man. I'm just
Well,
on the periphery.
once you're at zero, Mark, once you're at zero, you'll
Hmm.
be earning phantom income, but you got to get to
Exactly.
zero first. Because
Right.
once you get to zero, you'll really see how so-called expensive life is. It's really not that expensive at all. Life is really cheap. It
Right.
really is. And right now, Mark, let me tell you something. With this whole pandemic, life is going to get even cheaper for those of us that are not in debt. It's going to even get cheaper than what it already is.
Right. And looking at the discussion with airplanes right now, I'm like, man, I could take like 4 or 5 vacations next year if I wanted to.
Yeah,
I
but
just
would you
gotta
get on a
hold on.
plane? Would you get on a
Yeah.
plane?
Right. I will get on a plane. I don't care.
Would you
I
get on the
mean,
plane with me?
hey, I will get on a plane with anyone. I mean,
Walking around with this name.
the thing is, sometimes you gotta take yourself outside of the news and have to have an outside perspective. You gotta kind of apply some common sense to it.
But
You can
you know
always
what
get
now though, Mark?
statistics,
You know what now though?
but
You know what you could do? For the price of a regular ticket, you can get a private jet right now, I bet.
yeah, I'm
I
sure.
bet. I bet you can get a private jet to where you want to go and back for the price of a regular ticket.
Right.
Ooh,
I
I just
bet.
thought about that.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna have 4 or 5 trips just by myself or whoever wants to come with me. You know. But I really do want to get out of debt, and like in my heart, I'm like, should I pay my student loan? I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, man, I could just take this chunk off right now. You know? But I'm holding off. I'm holding off.
Yeah, just you know what? You can just continue to save the money. So you'll
Right,
know, do it this way. Stack your money like as if you were paying it off, but you have the money stacked at home. So when this
right,
blows over or whatever's going to happen, right? You will have the money to, once you're secure, to say, okay, cool, I got my job's solid, then you can pay it off. So right now, still pay it off, but mentally, and then that's it.
I got you,
Mhm.
but it's hard.
I know why, because
Hey,
you got that snowball
you should
rolling. You
have
want to see those
Right,
zeros, right? You want to get it.
exactly.
you should have like just a special, whether it be like a special account or if you just disciplined enough, but you at least like a notepad, and you just constantly, every dollar here, bam. He just said once some stuff becomes more clear in the future, you can just pay off the whole team right there.
Right, right. And I
Get
mean,
rid
that's
of the
why
debt collector, man.
my calculator has become my best friend again, because I just keep on punching in the numbers. I'm like, all right, so I have this much. I can take off this much if I save up for, let's say, the rest of the year. I will have this much. Okay, cool. I have enough to not only pay off the student loan, but I have some residual left over. And now I'm piling up again. So it's always in my mind. It's in the back of my mind. I know the eventuality. I just want to get there. I just want to see that I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I don't know if you noticed, but you just said the same thing. I just told you how I operate as far as I had some money stacked for a while, and then hey, I let it go all the way
Right.
down to a certain amount. Now it's time for me
Oh,
to
okay.
stop being so lazy. Stop enjoying all these goods, and start doing a little bit of work again.
Hey, it's not laziness when you actually put in the work to make it. You know what I'm saying?
See,
You know what's
Hey,
see.
crazy? You know what's crazy? What Hyphy told me one time kind of blew me away. Last time he's like, "Yeah, man, I purposely run all the way down low on money, and then I just start stacking it again." I'm like, "Damn, he did that on purpose? Go all the way down to damn near zero, and then go back because he said money don't mean anything." I was like, "Ooh, wow, okay."
it's true. It's a tool. It's a tool. That's what you always teach. It's just a tool. So,
And
you know,
and to tap into what LJ just said a few minutes ago, and we can explain it, but you really only get it once you get upon the side of the non-debt.
Right.
Once you're debt free, you won't fall for dumb stuff like you go into the casino and you gotta pull money out of the ATM, which is like a $5. No, you'll know to already go to the casino with some money.
Right.
Dumb stuff. Oh, I might as well just pay for I might as well just rent the router from my cable company. I mean, it's only $8 a month. Nah, see, you'll add that up. 8 times 12, you say, oh, I could have bought my own router by then.
Right.
So it's little stuff like that. It'll just become natural
Yep.
once you
Right.
get to that
Mhm.
side. And so
Yep.
that's why we try to say, being debt free is not expensive, because it's a lot of things that you won't even care for anymore, because you'll learn those traits and those habits as you grow
Right.
to be debt free. It comes
Yeah.
with it.
And I'm seeing it right now. I'm already seeing it right now. So I'm just thankful, to be honest.
And imagine the deal right now, Mark. Say like you got your own place. The next time you're going to redo your lease, especially right now, what if you told the landlord, "Hey, I'll pay out the whole lease. Can I get 2 months free?"
Right.
Right now, you could get a year lease for the price of 10 months. You think they're turning that down? Hell no, they won't turn that down right now. Hell no.
It's crazy because if I don't pay off any debt and just save up this year, subtract that, I could make that lease by the beginning of next year. So it's
And
yeah.
that
Wow.
2 months off, could be your part of your stack to pay off the student loan debt, just like that.
Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly.
And ask yourself, isn't it more likely that since you have your rent paid for 2 months, that will most likely be the time when you decide to, take a vacation, because you could take that vacation with no worries.
That's true. That's true. I didn't even think about it like that. What if I?
Yeah, you see how Hyphy said it? You're
Right.
gonna naturally start thinking like that. It's just, I don't even know how to explain. It's just natural, it's just,
Right.
it just happens. Just like he said, the $8 modem. When I was in debt, I would speak like this. Oh man, it's only $8. I can afford it. No, I times that by 12, and then I can buy my own modem. Now I don't have to spit. Now I just got back $100-something per year in my salary, just like that, by buying my own modem.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm just absorbing.
Yeah, definitely. But I see you on your way, which is why I'm definitely proud of you.
Hey man, thank you. I'm
And
proud of this channel. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like-minded people really do find one another, don't they? They just find one
see,
another. It's crazy.
and to piggyback off what LJ just said, I mean, if nobody hasn't experienced this, to take a vacation worry free, not to be dreading having to go back to work. When you get back, all the work that's going to be piled up. Oh, now I got to start grinding and pitching here, saving here, doing a little Uber drives here and there. Oh man, it'll make your vacation that much more better.
Right. I can just imagine. I used to take the, the vacations I used to take with my buddies, man, it was like 3 days. It was a weekend and a Monday off, or a Friday and a weekend.
I remember
like,
when I first quit my job in 2016, I took a 2-week vacation to Hawaii. And people were like, 2 weeks? Who you going with? I said, nobody, by myself. What? And you're doing with no job? I said, no job. What you gonna do when you get back? I don't know. Not even gonna think about it. I didn't think about anything but myself there. I didn't get with no women. That's what the first week I was there, I thought something was wrong, right? This is all for a purpose, right? I was like, hey man, no women are coming on to me. I'm not meeting anybody, because I was supposed to be there by myself to think. And I did. Whole 2 weeks. I got through the first week. Once I got through the first week, the second week was a breeze, man. I was like, man, cool. I like this self time. And people thought I was crazy being there by myself for 2 weeks. And it was the best thing ever. I'd never done that in my life, ever. First time to Hawaii too at that time.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna need one of those vacations. Just to my lonesome, yeah. Yeah, but
Dang. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in the air to make myself accountable. So tomorrow is when I've already mapped it out. I'll start being more active business wise. The vacation is over, so I'm gonna get back onto it. But it's definitely nice just to have that feeling, and I hope you make it there, Mark, someday
Yeah, no,
soon.
I'll make it there. No, it's like I said, it's just an eventuality. So I'll meet y'all.
Hey,
I'll meet y'all
Hyphy,
on the other
you
side.
can hear it. You can hear it in Mark's voice. He got it. He ain't. You can hear that he ain't no going back. You know, look at him. He's mad that he still wants to pay his student loans off in the time of a crisis when there's a killer virus. He's like, man, I still want to pay my student loans
See,
off though.
see.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
you see it. You see the end. We have people who have made it to the end, so you see what's there. And I could never understand as a kid why I never really wanted to grow up and get a job. That was one thing that I did not want in my life. Maybe I wanted to grow up, but I didn't want to get a job. And I just couldn't understand why. But the more and more I just lived my life, the more and more I kind of understood. Like, I don't want to have the responsibility of, like, I'm stuck, or just have this feeling like I'm stuck. Like, oh, I'm just working and that's it. That really hit me when I left school. I was like, man, I'm going to be working this whole life and that's it.
This
you
is
know,
why
I'm
Hyphy
not
can
going to do
this
that.
is why Hyphy can not earn a dollar when he feels like it, and then go ahead and
Right,
earn it when he feels like it. This is why, right there. That's why.
right.
And
Hey,
keep the credit card debt low.
Uh
exactly.
huh.
Hey, my credit card is just for the daily driver. Just like you said, LJ, if I have any problems, just call my credit card company. Look, I didn't like this charge isn't supposed to be there. That's it. That's all I use my credit card for.
Yep.
Only one. That's it.
All right, so before I get up out, I want to ask Mark: is there any like special tricks or maybe like apps or just like anything that you use just to, I mean, besides this channel, of course, that you probably incorporate in your day-to-day life that keeps you focused, constantly reminds you of where your finances are and things like that?
To be honest, no. I have a PNC account or PNC app that I use to look at my money, but that's about it.
Oh,
you
okay.
know?
No, I mean just ask
Yeah.
that because even like right now, the way you're demonstrating just the process, like full effort,
Right.
even that's motivating somebody out there right now.
Right. Right. Hey, like when Day told a story, that really motivated me. Because at a point I was like, man, like, I'm not gonna be done anytime soon. I felt like this, then that, and the third. But just hearing her story, and I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, wow, like that motivated me. So, hey, if I do the same to others, then that's what I'm saying. We all help one another. Our purpose is bigger than ourselves. So even our experiences are meant to help other people. You know, they are supposed to help other people. That is why we're here. You know, and that's why I don't think people want to be stuck at work all day, or why people don't want to be held down by money or jobs. Really, that's why I think, because people want to do the things to help others. They may not see it that way, but you're never really appreciative of what you have, or what's inside of you, unless someone else tells you. You know, so
Seeing definitely. And I think I'm like around the same age group as you, so I know I know definitely what it means to be out here trying to date these women and all that, and they just don't they just don't see
nope.
it, and it just it just turn off. It just makes your testosterone go flat. Is basically what I'm
You know,
saying.
you ain't lying, man. I'm there listening, and I'm like, oh hell no, like what? Is I'm kind of I kind of I'm kind of brash a little bit sometimes, so I'll say what I think, and sometimes it just comes out. It's like, nah, oh no, 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 it's not gonna work out, type
See,
thing. But yeah,
well,
you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah. Well, most definitely. I'm actually hop off here now, but I don't. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll get together like on a SMD group chat later on sometime this evening.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll definitely let you get back to the show, LJ and Mark. I'll definitely
Right.
bump into you later on.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Hey, I'll let you go, LJ. Y'all take
All
care. All
right.
right. It was fun.
Later, you guys.
All right.
All right. I love that, man. I love sharing the stories, man. That's why Dave Ramsey's debt-free screams are so welcome, because people, it's nice to hear regular people scream that debt-free scream and know that they got debt-free and they're just a regular person. Dave Sincere says, let me tell you, my sister just had surgery in the beginning of March. I sent her 3 books, 2 Dave Ramsey books, and another book about budgeting. I asked her every week if she's taken a look at the books, and her answer is no, not yet. I skimmed through one of them. Yeah, they don't care. Good luck. You're just wasting your time, Dave. Dark Man says, LJ, I have a question. I have a good way to be debt free. It's going to take at least 3 years to accomplish that. Should I put more money in the emergency fund then? Right now, I say like this, Dark Man, stack your money. All right. Stack your money. If you just wait, I don't know how much debt you have total, but if you don't think you can pay off your total debt in 10 years, I would just wait and file Chapter 7. This is like a get out of debt free card right now. It starts with your mindset. So I only tell people, if you can get Chapter 7 in here, when this is all over, get Chapter 7, because your mind is already ready. You're not going to go back into debt. Once you get to 0, you're going to be like, okay, I'm at 0. I know what not to do. Okay. Darkman says the 1K Dave recommends. Right now, just stack your money. Don't even worry about paying off debt right now. Right now, stack your money, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just waiting. Something big in the summer has got to happen. That's what I just keep saying to everybody. I don't know what it is, but something big is going to happen in the summer of this year. It has to. It has to happen. And the reason why I say the summer, we got to wait till people's stimulus checks run out. And you already know half the people's stimulus money is already gone right now. If they're taking pictures of their stimulus money being deposited in their checking accounts, and they're talking about what they're going to do with their stimulus money, what they're really saying is that they have no money. That's why they're excited about this little bit of money that's changed that's about to come into their pockets. Shoot, let me make sure. Dave says, but I share my Netflix accounts with my sister. She's binge watching a million shows while she's out of work, but couldn't read one page with her phone. And you know what else, Dave? Since everybody's in quarantine, think how long there will be reruns on TV after this. They're going to be at least 2 to 3 years of reruns, because they can't make shows. They can't get together. My brother says, Patrick Young says, if I had not listened to my brother and didn't pay my car off right now, at this point, I would be in a panic. See what I'm saying? Total panic. Now my brother's chilling. He already know what to do. I already told him what he has to do. He already know. Now he's just chilling, enjoying the family, barbecues, doing all that stuff with his family, enjoying family time. Even this thing at his job. Hey, you going to bunk with somebody? No, I'm not. I quit. See ya. They're like, what? Wait, that's not normal. Yes, it is for people that are debt free. See you later. A good shout out. Thanks, Ill Wills. Ill Will says, salute, brother. Your brother helped me a great deal of your brother helped out a great deal of people, especially myself. He is definitely someone to be proud of. Thanks, Ill Wills. Always a supporting brother ever since day one, man. Josh 2003 says Dave Ramsey has audiobook and Audible. They can listen if they want. Yeah, you know what? I don't really listen to Dave Ramsey anymore, because I really got what I needed to get from him. So it's just kind of repetitive. Sort of like when I tell you guys what I'm doing, it's just repetitive. He's just saying the same thing over again. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's all you need to do. He found something that will never change, which is mathematics. That'll never change. You just got to come up with different ways of saying the same thing and just make it more excited. But right now in how I feel, yes, money is not the important thing to make right now. It's it's helping people, getting people to trust, and who they are going to remember once this whole catastrophe is over. When it's over, they're going to remember the people who helped them. They're going to remember me. They're going to remember the people in the SMD family. They're going to remember this YouTube channel. They're going to remember all the Discord server. They're going to remember everything, all about help. Right now, it's not about, people are right now, like car dealerships and loan places, they're ramping up because they know the stimulus money is about to be out there. But they also know when it's gone, it's gone. Can you imagine how many people are going to grab these small business loan things, whatever, and bury themselves deeper in debt, pretty much guaranteeing that their business is going to be gone. So now they're going to owe the small business loan back, and they're going to owe the bank money for their business. Good luck. See you later, business. People don't really understand how big this is. This is so big. This is so big. And all you got to do is this. When you get on social media and you hear people complaining about the date being moved by the governor or the president, or, oh, now they said April 30th. Now they moved it to May, this and that. They're doing that so chaos won't happen. If they told you it was going to be 18 months before anything changed, you know what kind of chaos there would be? There would be complete chaos. All people got to do is like, wait a minute, is the cure out? Is the date of April 30th, right? There is no mention of a cure at all of coronavirus. No mention of it at all. So April 30th, the coronavirus cure is going to be here. Of course, that date is going to get pushed. It's going to get pushed into the summer and then into the winter and then all the way to December. Nothing's changed until next year, 2021. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Nothing is going to change. The more you accept that, but don't be in fear of it. Be like, wait a minute, that means I have enough time to change myself. Shout out to Mike Rambo. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. On behalf of the entire SMD fam, we want to thank your lady for allowing you to share your time and knowledge with us. Much respect to the queen for put up with their 3-hour talk. You know what's so funny? Hey man, you got cameras in my house, Mike? I have no idea how you even know that information. I don't, man. Let me screenshot this and send this to her right now while we're speaking. Oh, Mike, I don't know how you know that, Mike. I have no idea how you know that. Because you're right, man. You are right. God damn. Oh my God, I'm checking my house right now. Let me see that corner. That thing looks fun. Is that a small camera? Okay, no, that's just a vent. What about I'll tell you, man. Wow, Mark, that's like a special 20. That's like a very special $20. You just saved me. I ain't even gonna say. Let me send it to her right now so she just know her man is putting in some work, helping change people's lives. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mike. Much appreciated. Then what you said is even worth. That's worth $1 million compared to the 20. I'm gonna send that to her right now, so she just know. Because you are right. These 3-hour sessions. That's why I break them up. You notice? Have you guys noticed that I've been kind of spreading them apart? Because I gotta put in some time at home. Even though I love helping people change lives, I gotta make sure I keep track of my own life here. But that means the world to me, man. I appreciate that, Mike. Man, you're right, man. I'm gonna read that one more time. On behalf of the entire SMD fam, we want to thank your lady for allowing you to share your time and knowledge with us. Much respect to the queen for putting up with your 3 hours talking ass. You're right, and she said that yesterday too. Ooh, wow, you've been on 3 hours. I was like, really? Was it 3 hours? Didn't feel like 3 hours. Oh man, shout out to Mike. Shout out Mike Rambo in the house. Woo. That is funny. You ain't lying, Nicer. That was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. I screenshotted it and sent it to her so she can see. Jaws 2003 says, so basically wanted to give people bite-sized chunks of the quarantine life. I see in China, they have claimed things are back to normal. You know what? I don't know. Unless I talk to China directly myself, I don't believe anything I see on the news. Nothing. Nothing. You know, if you see, like, for example, they give you bite-sized chunks of dates of quarantine. Something leaks out that China's back to normal. So the natural thought process would be like this: whoa, China discovered something. They're getting back to normal. They must have the answer. So that means the answer will be over here pretty soon. Really? They didn't say anything such of the sort. Even though I've been hearing China's going back to normal and they're doing this, I still haven't heard anybody say they have the cure. How can they go back to normal if there's not a cure? Did they say they had it? And if they have it, I'm pretty sure we would immediately get it. You know, you're not going to hoard the cure. Darkman says, definitely understand, LJ. Stack season in full effect. Stack season. Stack season. Dave Bourne says, I don't believe China's back there. I don't believe it either. Put it this way. They say that China, it started in China. They always say things start in China or whatever, right? Always some country that you can verify nothing because you're never going over there anyway, so it don't even matter. It starts there, and so if they knew they knew it before they told us. So you think now they have the cure, and they're also not going to come on, man. If they don't do this, if they don't do what they're doing right now, stimulus money, give everybody bite-sized chunks of quarantine dates, things of that nature, people would go into panic. People would go into a panic if they told people, yeah, things are not going to be normal till summer of 2021. Oh my God, are you serious? They can never do that. That's why I predict something big is going to happen in the summertime. I don't know, big, good or bad. I don't know, but something has to happen. Everything, listen, they're slowly closing down everything slowly but surely. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. All the people, it- now the animals are looking at us. Look at those guys trapped in their cages. While we're free, flying around, disease free, it doesn't affect us. You guys are trapped. Who's the animals now? Who's the top of the food chain right now? We ain't. We're not at the top of the food chain. Dave Bourne says they also have more controlled media. So I heard to get accurate info on something of this is magnitude, they also have more control. Yeah, exactly. If you believe the internet is ungoverned, you an idiot. They want people to believe that the internet is free reign for everybody to do whatever they want to do unrestricted. No, none of that is true. None of that is true. They can cut the internet off at the flip of a switch. They can cut everybody's internet off because everything goes. I'm a network engineer. There must be a central point or points. There must be. Who do you think is in control of wherever those central points? It's going to be. You won't know what that central point is. It's just a big building. It's probably painted white, nothing on it, not even an address. Way out in the desert somewhere, or underwater, so deep underwater that no human can go to regularly anyway. So, and they have the power of that switch. Believe that. Jaws 2003 says China isn't back to normal. The province where it started, people are trying to get out, and other surrounding provinces will not let them in. They are rioting in the Hubei province. They are hiding it. Yeah, of course. They're not going to. You know what? People, all you got to. This is what the people cannot see the obvious. Same thing with debt. It's like people believe they're homeowners with 30-year mortgages. Okay. People that finance cars for 84 months still believe they got it on sale. All right. People finance cell phones and think $30 a month is low. You see what I'm saying? This is no different, but on a larger scale. They can tell you anything. I mean, people got information just floating across social media timelines, and They're just believing everything they say. And I'll go, oh, really? Oh man, so-and-so death, death. News is always talking about somebody dying, right? Just turn it off. I don't listen to it. I can't verify any of that. I don't know if any of that is true. And I'm sure not going to let the media tell me that. If you consume yourself with news from social media and on TV combined with your friends yip yapping, nobody verifies anything at all. They just follow it. And then they spread that fear, false evidence appearing real. They just spread the fear. The fear alone will make somebody believe they got corona. They go outside, do a cough. Oh my God, do I got corona? Right there, you probably kill yourself just by thinking yourself into the coronavirus. It's probably, I'm sure it's more mental than anything. See, Cosmic says, I don't believe China's numbers. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of that. Put it this way, not that I want it, but say if I got coronavirus and died from coronavirus, guess what? I won't even know I'm dead, and let alone know what even killed me. I won't even know. Darkman says, I'm not believing anything out of China. I'm not. Discord server joined today. We'll be doing a group voice at 6 today, EST time, Eastern time, 6 p.m. I will be there. Put that on your calendar so you don't forget. It's about 5 hours away, 6 hours away. Put that on your calendar. Set an alarm on your phone to go off at 6 o'clock so you won't miss it, because those things be fun, man. I enjoy those talks on the Discord server. So boy, this is a good time though, man. It can be good, it can be bad. Totally up to you. Darkman Jeff says, I never knew a virus could be cured. I thought it's something that has to go on and has to go on its own. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, you guys, I don't really even think about it. You know, sometimes my girlfriend will get wrapped up in it, right? And I got to just tell her, hey, that's enough for me today. That's what I do. I just say, babe, that's enough for me today, okay? I don't want to hear about anybody else. What's going on where? What city is what? What's the biggest city with the most death? I don't want to know any of that. Doesn't matter to me. I don't want to hear it. Black Knight says, China's hiding information about the impact of the virus. Shouldn't be surprised. Just look at their response to the H1N1 virus. See? Unless you got a direct connect to China and correct information, I don't do any of that. Any of that. I don't believe any of it. Not saying that none of it's not true, but I don't know what all is true and what's not true. And so I just take care of myself. Dale, what's up, Dale? Welcome. Good friend of mine. Dale says, anyone that believes our media isn't controlled is in for a rude awakening. Yeah, they are for sure. I can't even, the only time I really watch TV, because I like Just Judy. All right. Yeah, I like Just Judy. So I don't care if you do or don't, but but I like Just Judy. But during and it's on TV. So during that time, commercials come on. I have to mute the commercials in between her show. I have to mute them because every commercial has something about get a mask. Now I want you to see how they hype up the fear. Now they're pretty much almost requiring everybody to get masks. Now, when you walk around or wherever you want in the United States and you see somebody with a mask on, can you imagine the fear that puts in the people? You're walking around and what's so crazy? This was so crazy. I watched on the news that somebody robbed a bank with one of those masks on because now it's normal, right? He walks in the bank and robs the bank because he had a mask on. He had the breather mask on. Boy, I tell you. Dave Bourne says, I have a friend in panic mode. He's paying $550 on credit cards a month on top of other expenses. He doesn't know what to do. He is starting to have anxiety problems. He called me this morning from ER. Oh, from the ER. Boy, See, he doesn't know right now, Dave. He doesn't know he should just stop paying on his bills right now. Just stop. I wish some now. I wish somebody would have told me back in 2008 to just stop paying on my bills. I would have just. Maybe I would have thought they were nuts, but I would have understood. You know, maybe. Let me not just jump into that, but maybe. Gabriel says, "What's your biggest fear, LJ?" I don't, Gabriel. I don't look at fear the way I used to look at fear. Fear is not something to be feared. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Okay. Fear, now when something creates that fear feeling, I turn around and ask, why are you here? What are you here to show me? Because every time I went directly at fear, Gabriel, it was something beautiful on the other side, something important that I needed to know, something that I needed to learn. So now I understand that fear is not made to be run from. You go to it. Once you go to it, you achieve, like here, like for example, the fear of quitting my job back in 2016. I was terrified to quit a six-figure job with no backup job. I was completely and utterly in fear. Now that I faced it and quit it, now I'm on the other side. I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm so glad I did that. I would have never been able to experience what it feels like to have 40 hours a week back in my life that I owned again. I took back those 40-hour work for that 40-hour work hour time. I took it back. Now it was mine. So I created something. What's up, DTN? What's up? Now I love Judge Judy too. I watched it yesterday. It was funny. Yeah, I love Judge Judy. Love it. Love her show. Dave Bourne says people are starting to get stressed out over this. I told him relax and get a plan. It can be resolved. Just connect to the right information. Hey, Dave, point him over here. If he's ready to listen, just point him over here to the SMD family, man. Just point him this way. Right now, he's being controlled by false evidence appearing real. That's fear. It's false. It's actually false. You know, he's probably thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do while he's in his house? He's probably in fear as he drives his car home. He's probably in fear as he opens his refrigerator and get out some food to eat and warm it up in his microwave. And he's not stopping to think, wait a minute, what's wrong right now, this very second? Absolutely nothing. People in fear right now, they have no idea that their life is not going to change at least for 18 months. Even if they stop paying every bill that they're paying right now and just paid like they were just paying the things that keep them alive, electricity, water. They don't even have to pay that. They're not even going to cut your stuff off there, right? They might put it back to the back end, whatever. But what's wrong right now? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Karen says, I like that. Josh 2003 says, yes, my son had a mask on since he has asthma at the local DMV. And there was an older lady looking at me and him like we were leapers. And then she asked if my son was sick. See what I'm saying? See, people look at the number one movies on Netflix. Go check them out. See what they are. Contagion, Contagious, all these movies that we've watched over the years. Those are number one movies. They're filling their heads what they've seen in the movies. This ain't nothing like the movies. They're watching Can you imagine the network of Netflix and all these online places right now? They got to be through the freaking roof right now. And then on top of that, on top of movies, now they're doing TikTok challenges and all this other stuff while the Titanic is going down. You see Netflix and TikTok challenges. Imagine that is the band playing music on the Titanic right now. That's the band playing music. That's all that is. That they're trying the normalcy thing without taking advantage of what's going on right now. They can look at themselves right now and change their lives forever right now. But if you think about it, why is it so hard to believe in yourself? To believe that you can change your life forever. Right now is the moment. And ain't that crazy? To trust yourself is the hardest thing in the world. That makes absolutely no sense, but it's true. Gabriel says, LJ, what did you What did you do once you got your slave papers? Um, I had to first, Gabriel, I had to soak it in because you got to remember you're young, so you don't know what it's like to work at a place for many, many years. I had to soak that in that that wasn't the 40-hour work week wasn't part of my life anymore. I had to that's like coming off of drugs. That's really a scary feeling, but it also made me realize that a job was preventing me from facing that I was in debt, right? So imagine, imagine me being in a life raft, a blow up life raft, a single person life raft out in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. The life raft is my job and the Atlantic Ocean is my debt. Okay. That single life raft was keeping me afloat over my debt the whole time. While I was really just double my salary in debt, the life raft was preventing me from sinking or preventing me from realizing I was literally drowning. But I wasn't drowning because I had a job. Once I got out of debt and I removed the life raft, I just went to the ground because there was no water. I was in debt. I wasn't in debt. But imagine, many people don't know that life raft is the only thing they're in debt. They're in debt. Hit that like button and subscribe. Catch y'all later. See you later, Nicer. Thank you for your help always. Dave Bourne says, I told him to stop paying for now. He jumped into not wanting it to hurt his credit score. Oh my God, I know. See, they do that. It being his credit score report for 7 years in collections. I told him all that doesn't matter. He can't hear me. He can't hear you, Dave. Ain't that crazy? Listen, people in debt have no money and they still worry about their credit score and they have no money. They have no money. And they're like, what about my credit score? Oh, man. He can't hear you. And Dave, that's going to be the hard part, man. To see your friends and your family just drowning and they're not doing anything. Karen says, yep, I saw that when I opened my Netflix. Yeah. You see all those movies to scare you, and it's all feeding into it. Josh 2003 says, LJ, do you believe they will start a universal basic income in the summer and cancel things like food stamps because of this virus? I see what you're saying, Josh 2003. This is what I believe. Right now, the government can do anything they want to get more people to rely on the government right now. Right now, it's at their fingertips. They can do anything, and people will do it. People will do it. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I keep saying, Josh, summer of 2020 is something big is going to happen. You guys mark my words. Something big is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be big good, big bad. I don't know, but it's going to be big. It has to be. And when I say the summertime, you got to wait till the stimulus money runs out. Now, the people, you'll see it start. The people that get their stimulus money early, they will be the first to start complaining. Oh my God, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? Because you got to remember, half those people getting that stimulus money, they're already scared. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to invest in some scheme that think they're going to make them rich during a tough time, and then they're going to lose because they're investing in money. They're investing with money that they don't even have. That's why they're waiting on the stimulus money, because they don't have any money. They don't sit back and think to themselves, wait a minute, if I have to wait on the stimulus money, that means I don't have any money right now. NC Big says TikTok is evil. Keep record of everything you do is a scam. I think honestly, NC Biggs, I think many apps do that. I don't think the TikTok app is any different than any app that's running right now that collects all your information. They just put more attention on it because it's in China, and we already know China's doing this and China's holding back. Hey, there's something else to blame for people to focus in on except themselves. Now it's not. Now it's not. Now it's the president. Then it's the coronavirus. Then it's China. And then what else? What else to keep looking at something to keep all these flashing mirrors and flashy lights running instead? So you can just say, "Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are there so many flashy lights? Let me just turn around where it's calm." Jules says that's sinister. Dave Sincere says the elders in my family take pride when you work 40 plus hours a week. My grandmother, and them are from the old school. They were proud when I got a good job. And you know what? This level of I always tell you, debt is a mental thing. So I don't blame my mom. I don't blame my dad for not telling me what to do. They just didn't know. This is generational. Like my nieces and nephews, my brother's kids, they're going to now grow up with the debt-free mentality. Because I know for sure my brother's going to teach them. If they listen or not, that's different. That's totally up to them. But when they get out in the world, say like the ones they go out in the world and they just decide not to listen to their dad. They're going to, when they run into this debt problem, they're going to be like, damn, my dad told me this when I was a kid. My dad was telling me, say, yeah, don't ever finance a car, man. You're going to get in trouble. But I did it anyway. But my dad told me not to. This is generational. When I'm teaching you what the SMD family is showing you guys, if you're new to the channel, this is generational. You ready to be a millionaire? Listen, if you're new to the channel, are you ready to be a millionaire? Right now is the get out of debt free card. Right now. The reason why it is because there's a big reset being done right now. A reset not only in debt, your whole entire life. If you ever want to know what phantom income is, you must get out of debt to see it. You must. Gabriel says, LJ, did your family or friends said you were lazy and unproductive once you left your job? Sure did. They thought I was smoking crack. Thought I was on meth. What's wrong with LJ, man? He's living with his sister in his room. He's not going anywhere. He's always just at home doing nothing and this and that. Whatever people in debt, I don't listen to people in debt. This just because they're getting up at 6 a.m., going to work, dealing with traffic. All I had to do was get on Facebook and hear all the people hating that they're getting up and going to jobs and going to places that they don't even want to be. And then they're calling me lazy and doing nothing. No. That was detox. After a while, I used to get up in the morning so I could just watch all the people get up early in the morning, start up their cars, warming up their cars, scraping off the ice off the windshields. This is in Seattle, scraping the ice off their windshields and getting ready to go to a place that they didn't even want to get up to go to. And I'm just watching them all drive off. And I just close my curtains and get back in the bed and go to sleep. Sure did. When I first quit my job, I did a lot of nothing. I did a lot of sleeping. I did a lot of sitting around. I did a lot of watching TV. I did a lot of nothing, a lot of what I wanted to do. And it was lovely. Herbert says, I'm debt free and drive a 2003 Acura with 292 miles. Life is great. See what I'm saying, Herbert? Now you talk to somebody in debt. Ooh, 292,000. Herbert, you better trade that in and get you a better car for that thing break down. You know you need something reliable, and that's the newest Cadillac Escalade, 2020 Cadillac Escalade, man. That'll last you for. See what I'm saying? A car's value is only to the owner. It's not what Kelly Blue Book says. It's what you say. It says what you say. It's worth what you say it's worth. I get it, Herbert. Mine's a 1995. You see my truck? 1995. It is 25 years old. 25. And still good. Looks like it's a 2020 model. Every single day I drive it. I love driving that car. Every year that goes by, it gets newer. Karen says, I can't with you. Dave says, mine too. Dave Sincere, they thought working for 50 50-hour plus means you are hard work. I know you're a team player. You know what team player means? Work for free, slave. That's what that means. Oh man, you go through society. Oh man, you got to do your part, man. You got to put in that time. You got to put in. No, you don't. Work for free. Does team player mean work for free? No, I'm not a slave. I don't do that. Sorry. I guess I'm not a team player. Oh man, you sure ain't. No, I'm not. I already told you that. Team player means work for free. A lot of here's another one. Think about this. Is what I think about sometimes, right? I think about the doctors and the lawyers. They usually have the biggest student loans, right? Now, can you imagine being pressured by your family to become a doctor or a lawyer via student loans, right? And now you owe so much in student loans. Now you believe you can't even quit your job because you'll never make enough to pay them off. Can you imagine being trapped in a profession that everybody thinks you're successful in and you're happy in, and you're totally unhappy in that profession? And you can't even leave that profession because of the amount of student loan debt you have. Can you imagine that? Everybody believes because you're a doctor or a lawyer, you are happy because you make a lot of money. Just imagine you got in a profession that you were forced into and now you don't even want to be there. Now it's time to reset. Now it's time to reset. Usually people with doctors and lawyers, they might have a nice house. Maybe you got some equity in there. Refinance your house and pay off your student loans, man. And you can get away from that profession that you can do what you want to do. It doesn't matter what anybody believes. Herbert says, I'm going to wait for that great car deal. Thanks for your advice. Oh, yeah, man. Herbert, you're going to get a screaming deal in 2021. Screaming. Hey, man, I'm telling you, I'm about to get me a Tesla in 2021. No, I can't say that. I got to get a house first. My girl ain't going to allow me to. Never mind. Let me cancel that. Let me scratch that. Scratch. I can't get a Tesla before I get a house. So that's a scratch. All right. Don't worry about that. I don't want you guys to say, hey, man, you said you're going to have a Tesla in 2021. Nope. Sorry. I can't roll up with a Tesla without getting a house first. So scratch that idea. Sorry. Spoke ahead. I'm a little too ambitious. Gabriel says, it's been scientifically proven 40-hour work week is bad for your health. Sure is. Oh, hey, Gabriel, you think that's something? Oh, it's going to get worse than that. Now that people are going to be working from home, look at McDonald's, Burger King. You see the latest Burger King commercial. Hey, we know you're not thinking about Burger King, but we're thinking about you. Come use our app, get free delivery, and we got plastic gloves on to handle your food. So it's extra safe over here. Whatever, Burger King. I know it's doing business. You don't really care. It's business, right? You want to stay alive. But once they master that delivery formula, they're going to master that formula. You think about how many less people they're going to need when they automate the cooking process too, on top of that, on top of food delivery. Can you imagine? Nothing's going back to the way it was before. So now the 40-hour work week, guess what? They're going to turn into 50-hour, 60-hour work weeks. You know why? Because they're going to think, oh, man, I'm not in traffic 2 hours a day. I'm at home, so I can just add those hours to my regular work week. And then they're going to be working more hours than the new work week is going to be 50 to 60-hour work weeks because they're going to be at home. Gabriel? Let me tell you something, Gabriel. You're 19, buddy, and you're debt-free. You have a clean slate. You are going to be a multi-millionaire by the time you are 30. You're never going to know what 40, 50-hour work weeks. You're going to remember back when your parents were working 40-hour work weeks. Now they're going to be 50 and 60. NC Big says, LJ, guys at work comparing who made the most a week and who worked the most. They call it the get money team. Look at the slaves. Look at them getting together. They be doing people so bad. They come up with these Acorn apps, save your change apps, earning apps. They're just burying people. You know, this is what was changing. The whole financial landscape is changing. Millionaires are being created and so are slaves. Slaves are being created at an unbelievable rate. Right now, people in debt that didn't know they're in debt, they're burying themselves even deeper in debt. Because they have the attitude, the majority of people have this attitude, which is, I'm not saying it's valid or invalid, but there's a killer virus out there. People are saying, screw it. I don't care what I need to do to survive. I don't care. I'll pay it back later. I know you don't. I know you don't. And they're just giving you the shovel to dig yourself deeper in debt. Right now, a person can look at themselves and create something that will make them millions of dollars. But they look at themselves and say, oh, no, man, that idea is so stupid. This is why a lot of people, they'll see somebody make a lot of money off of a, quote, stupid idea, but they're making multis of millions of dollars. That's why they're mad at it, because somebody's making a lot of money from a stupid idea. Oh, that's so stupid. Why are people buying that? Because they're smart. Life is not hard at all. Life is not difficult. Finances are not fancy. Nothing. Life is easy if you just got to choose it. Get money, team. Boy, I tell you. Herbert says, I sleep in, watch TV, go for a walk. Freedom is awesome, man. They call, that's what, hey, Herbert, that's what they call freedom, lazy. Oh, man, he's lazy. Why? Oh, man, he's not doing anything. He sleeps till he gets up at the crack of noon. That's what I was teasing my ex-coworkers. They'd be like, hey, LJ, what's up, man? I said, hey, what's going on? You guys know I don't wake up to the crack of noon. Don't call me before that. They just crack up laughing. That was my slogan. I wake up at the crack of noon. What did Dark Man say? Dark Man says, NCB, I was part of that get money crew at a previous job. The paycheck was fat, but I was miserable. Get money crew. Now, again, today is about you guys. If you have any questions, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget. You can jump in. You can throw your question in the chat room, in the comment room, or you can jump on, and you don't have to get on camera. I know you guys are out there because you guys email me and say, hey, man, I know I'm silent. I don't say anything like most people, but hey, man, go ahead and don't be shy. Right now's the time. Right now's the time. Okay, just jump in, ask any questions you wish. Me or other SMD family members will be more than happy to answer. Jump in anytime. Yeah, that's, what's so crazy, Herbert? I could hear some of them laugh, but you can hear some be like, oh man, he's lazy. That's why, that working world, man, what the worst is? If you're new to this room, I'm going to tell you something, and this is going to be a hard pill to swallow. Okay. But listen closely. Okay. What if I told you middle class, lower class, upper class, those don't even exist. Classes don't exist. So if you make like a couple $100,000 a year, you probably consider yourself to be middle class, right? That's because classes only exist in the debt matrix. Well, there's classes. No, let me take that back. There's classes, but there's only two. There's not three. So if you made $200,000 a year, but you are $400,000 in debt, you're only in one class. You're in a debt class. You're not in any other class but the debt class. There's debt class and non-debt class. So poor, middle class, upper class, those classes don't even exist. Somebody making $1 million, they would be considered upper class. But if they're $2 million or $3 million in debt, guess what class they're in? They're in the debt class. Period. They're underwater, below zero, negative, no money, none. That's why it doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you have, your money. Don't forget to join that Discord server tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern time. Okay. I see NC Biggs. Let me jump on here. Go ahead, sir. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? I don't really know if you have an answer for.
Where's your mask? Where's your mask at? What are you doing outside? Are you
look.
Oh my! Look at, he's breathing in all that coronavirus. Look at him laughing, breathing in the corona.
Oh, just breathing it in. Just
Go
breathing
ahead.
in, hey, look, with the sunshine and the tree got coronavirus too, you know. The tree. Look. So I walk I've been trying to figure out. I tried to call them. Maybe during the week I'll try again. But on the weekend, those student loan places are closed. They're definitely closed. They got an automated system to allow you to defer, but they don't have a way to you do the canceling the interest for till September. I don't know if I don't, and so I don't know how they're gonna how it's gonna.
You know, so crazy. That's absolutely brilliant. You can't even. Okay, we're gonna freeze the student loan interest, but sorry, nobody's there to do it for you. That's absolutely
Right,
brilliant.
right. That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, it just seems so intelligent to just cancel the idea of, oh well, we're gonna give you the option, but you can't do it. And the only thing you can do is you can call and you can talk to the automated system, and it'll defer your payments,
Wow.
but it won't. It defer your payments.
They couldn't make what the president said automatically too. They couldn't make an automated something to say yes, freeze the student loan interest.
Right. And with all those, with a $1 billion company that just went to Hawaii last year, I figured they could at least come up with some kind of automated system to allow you to do that, on the fly if they really wanted to, but they don't want to.
Of course not. They want slaves, man.
Yeah.
They want money. They want money. Get money cruise to keep developing.
And look at the Get Money cruise. Like, I'm gonna lie, I used to say that too, but I was on the phone with them yesterday, and they were just bragging about how many hours they were. They're like, "Oh, I worked 138 in 2 weeks, and I worked 120 last week, and in the last 2 weeks, man, I've been killing it. I've been getting it."
Bragging about being a slave.
They told me, they said, Daniel, it's over for you, man. I've made an extra $7,000 this year so far, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm well ahead of schedule, man. I got a schedule. I'm like, right. But if you ain't out of debt though, the schedule's irrelevant. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
how does it feel to be an alien, NC Biggs? What's it feel like? I mean, you're walking around, people looking at you funny. You got to be quiet. You got to be a quiet alien. Okay,
I was too boisterous. I was too boisterous in the beginning, so I am a real alien now. I'm a real alien. You look at me and they'll be like, "Yo, hey man, hey, who's that blue guy over there? That blue guy, it's crazy."
Why is he over there smiling in a time like this? Why is he giggling and laughing? What's so funny?
Oh, well, they're also tripping out, how can you take off, man? You're just getting paid basic pay. I can't live off of that. I'm like, wow. I can live off of it.
All that's about to come to a stop. I hope people understand that everything's coming to a stop. Ain't nobody gonna have any money to buy anything, so that everything's gonna come to a stop.
I wish I could have. I don't know what to say to people. Like my other friend, he's found a lot of health. He's real health conscious now, and me and him agree on everything except for economics. We just cannot come to terms. And that he believes that they're going to that they're going to find ways to kick people out of their houses without precedence. And he kept comparing 2018 and 2000 and 2000. In the Great Depression, and I kept saying I just used your words. I said, there's never been a time like this.
No.
I was like, they're not going to let slaves go like that. Do you know what would happen if everybody was like, okay, y'all are all free of your debts? Yeah, there'd be a lot of homeless people at first, but then after they get back to normal, they'll be like, well, why would I want to go back into all the horribleness? I done figured it out now. I'm good.
But
why would I go back?
It's a trip though, NC Biggs, though. Imagine how many people are going to get Chapter 7. Okay, so because this is mental. They're gonna be people out there that's gonna automatically get Chapter 7, which they'll be free. The first thing they're gonna do, start building their credit, get right back into debt. That's what they're gonna do. It doesn't matter. You could give a lot of people Chapter 7, which is going to happen. But guess what? They're going to go right back into debt. It doesn't matter.
That elephant complex? Is
Yep.
that the elephant complex where you put the peg on the elephant when it's a baby, and then so it can't tug it, and then after it gets grown, you as long as it's got that rope around its leg, it can pull that thing, but it don't want to because it thinks it's going to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them kind of complexes, I guess. You can open the cage for an animal and it won't try to escape after a while because the wheel's broken.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I just don't know. I've been trying to figure it out about this. Now, I'm gonna try again on Monday about the student loan stuff, but that was really honestly my question. What would you say I should do if I can't reach them? Like, I guess there's nothing I can do, right?
I would Google that. I would Google it because I'm sure there's but very few, but there's not many people that are doing what you're doing. And if the president said it, they're going to try to do their best to avoid doing that for people. They're going to make you put in some work to get it done. Trust me. They're just not going to make it easy as a phone call. Okay. It's never that easy, ever.
Right.
Yeah. But see how easy they made it for you to defer it. They made that simple as pie. But this part, because they're going to be losing money if they do.
Right. Right. And that's why I knew when they said defer, I was like, because I said when you say the word coronavirus on their thing, it goes to deferment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you say coronavirus, it'll say, do you want to defer?
Wow. Automatic. They programmed it to where they hear the word corona and then coronavirus, and then they say, you want to defer. Okay. Wow. It's business. I get it. They don't want to let go of their slaves, man. That's it. We need workers. Believe it or not, this economy runs on debt. We need workers. We need get money crews.
You said we need get money crews.
We need them. We need people to brag on how many hours they work. Oh man, I got in 80 hours. Okay. All right, cool. You got in 80 hours. Congratulations. We need them.
Yeah, in a week. In a week,
man. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that. No way.
I mean, before I met you, I was working, like I told you, I was working like 72 to 75 hours a week.
I remember that when you told me that, man, that sent chills up my spine. I was like, ooh, I couldn't even imagine that. That sounds like prison.
Oh, it was definitely prison because you're talking 7 o'clock in the morning till almost 10 o'clock at night sometimes.
Oh hell no, no sir. No.
And I work outside, so everybody, you're talking about it's dark outside when I go home, and everybody sleep in the house. Everybody sleep when I leave. Everybody sleep when I get home.
Man. No, sleep when you leave. Sleep when you get home. And oh man, no.
Don't you want to join the Get Money crew? We can get you on the Get Money crew right now. We got plenty of,
all for dollars, all for green paper, all for money that doesn't even exist for people that don't even exist.
Yeah, we hook you up with the Get Money crew. You can be our spokesperson.
Right. Tell me this, and see, when you at work now and you got these people talking this debt around you, are you just quiet or you walk away, go to another part? What do you do?
Well, at this current moment, like at first, when you were telling me to be quiet, I wasn't quiet, of course. I was like, I could save y'all. Come on, just look at this thing. And I've shown a few people your channel.
I can save you.
Yeah. I came out with the Superman cape and everything and everything, and everybody was telling me basically, shut up, we're gonna do what we want. And they got it figured out. So I was like, what I decided to do was I'm trying to get away from the light. What I decided to do was the next step was I was getting frustrated and I would just walk away. And now I just listen to them and I just say, and I just try to go back into the pretending, like, oh yeah, man, I'm part of Get Money crew too, but I'm really not. I'm working for the last bit of what I want to do, which is set up for the student loans, and then after that, I don't know, like I said, I'm working I'm gonna work on my I'm gonna work on a new channel, and
Okay.
I'm going, going to get off of this channel that I have, and I'm gonna take those videos down, and I'm gonna make a new channel,
All
and
right.
then in the meantime, I'm gonna talk to Cosmic Wisdom. I'm gonna bug her until she gives me this book and that and
Mhm.
this she has this book that she said on your on your account, but I just don't remember which. You might have to start numbering
My
your
videos.
uh, your
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
You
I
might have
think
to
I
start,
think I'm gonna do that. You're right. I'm gonna start numbering my videos. I'm gonna put
yeah,
them
because
regardless. You mean regardless of the title, right?
right, yeah, like a number right next to the video,
Gotcha. Okay.
so people can know where they need. You can just always refer back to the number,
Right.
instead of so people will know. Like if you say, "Oh, go check out that video what I did with Cosmic Wisdom," you can say what number it was, and then you
Okay.
know,
I'm writing that
yeah,
down, man. I'm writing that down.
yeah. That would be helpful because then I can, people can find stuff that you've already talked about in the past or whatnot. So you don't have to always repeat yourself on certain issues. Sometimes you
Right.
can just
Right.
forward them to a topic that you already discussed in detail.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that I'm gonna check. I'm gonna talk to Cosmic Wisdom and bug her about the book she had referenced, and then she also I also want to get like some websites. Try to find some websites that might teach more about real estate. And
Yeah,
I
the lucky thing for you, the lucky thing for you, NC Biggs, is that you already mentally you're already mentally debt free because it starts mentally, right? And
right,
then once you get to zero, you already have the people to talk to
yeah,
go to the next step. You don't have to guess. You don't have to ask anybody. Hey, who
right.
knows this? Who knows that? You know exactly who. See, that's the plus side. See, I didn't have that. I didn't
Yeah,
have that. I didn't know who to talk to, who was making sense. I had to figure that out, right?
like
But you
somebody in here always got some kind of plan. Somebody's got something that they working on, and I can always ask them. That's the
yeah,
beauty thing about it.
and
Uh,
you don't have to second guess their information. You'd be like, cool, all right, cool. That's what I need to do. All right, learn this. Okay, that's all. Okay, cool, cool.
exactly, and people got steps. Like they got steps.
Yeah.
Like like I was talking to Hyphy and Cosmic Wisdom last week, and both of y'all, just so y'all know, I did get that air fryer, and I got sauce in my hand right now. I just came from the store to go get it. But they were just telling me about how to save money, not eating out as much. You can just bring your own
Mhm.
food, but you can cook your food in the house and it'd be like grilling and stuff. So I was like, what are you talking about? And so they started telling me about it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. So this is my little project I'm working on today,
What is
but
that in your hand? What is that?
it's
When
an
they tell
air
you,
fryer. It's an air fryer. It's like
okay,
it's like a grill inside your house, but
okay,
it's like but it's compressed, and you can do other stuff with it. Like Hyphy, he's a vegetarian, so he only eats vegetables, but you can make soups and all kinds of stuff with them. And
does
there, I
the air
mean,
fryer will fry chicken like it's crisp or something in there or something?
oh yeah, from what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing and stuff, it's better than cooking it with because it doesn't use a lot of grease. It uses very little grease. It uses mostly air to cook it. You gotta
And
put
it
a
comes
little
out
grease in,
crispy.
and it comes out crispy. From Hyphy uses it all the time. So him and Cosmic Wisdom know more about that than I do. But I
How much
got
you
it.
pay for your air fryer? How much you pay for your air
I,
fryer?
I paid 130 for it.
Okay, I'm about to look online and get it for $10. I'm about to get me
Hey,
one.
go
What brand you
go
get?
go.
I'm gonna get it for $10.
And look, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you on there. I'm gonna show you a picture of it, and you can go and find it for $10. You find it for $10, I'm gonna cry on my knees.
I'm gonna get on Marketplace. I'm gonna find one for $10.
And if you get one, like I said, I'm gonna get on my knees and I'm gonna cry because I didn't do what you did. But lessons, but this is still like a transition for me. I'm still learning from you guys. So, but I'll definitely send you the brand I got, and
Okay. Okay.
and they got a lot of ones that are even higher end than mine. I just got one. It was the only one that they had at Walmart, and I didn't feel like driving around too many places,
Have
So
you used it yet?
I'm about to today.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what
All
I'm.
right. What you about to
So
make? What you gonna make today?
uh, some chicken, but I'm gonna I'm
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna do the chicken. By the way, it's total lie. This you know meats are if you want meats, you can get meats. It's not more expensive or anything. It's just
Right.
you
Right.
just got to go to the right people. And Cosmic Wisdom and Hyphy also gave me some hip game to that as well. So
Yeah, let me know how that chicken turns out. I'm curious. That'll if it comes out crispy the way if it comes out like chicken, I might end up getting me one.
I'm not gonna cook. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fry mine. I might put some barbecue sauce on mine.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I will let you know how it turned out. Period.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's yeah. I really the best thing I think the best thing is I'm still waiting for them to come pick my car. So I mean, for anybody.
I'm telling you, they're not going to pick it up to 2021. If there's nobody to freeze your interest, there's not going to be anybody to pick up your car.
By the way, Cosmo Wiz, I'm just joking with you. I know you sent it just now, but I was just joking. I give you a hard time for no reason.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I mean, it's just not been any. It's just been crazy. No, I haven't. I want them to come get the car because it's sitting in front of my house, but nobody wants. Oh, by the way, I met another guy at my job. Him and his girlfriend are $1,200 away from debt free. Besides their house, of course.
Wow.
So he said, all I got is $1,200 left on my credit card, and I'll be free. And I was like, I don't think he the way he says it, he just seems so nonchalant about it. But I think it's going to register more in his brain when all he has is a house payment.
Right.
Right.
But
he does have a subprime loan, like he has a FHA loan, and I told him. He said he was going to buy another house and he was going to sell that one. I said, well, if you do, don't buy an FHA loan. I said, you need to go and do some research before you pay for your next house. He said, I'm going to look into it. I said, you should, because you're going to lose out. And they're going to, because that's what they're going to offer you in the beginning. Yeah. You don't have to take that,
Right.
And I said, you need to do your research, on the best loans in the country. If you don't feel like you can, I said, you need to get a lawyer,
Yeah. He needs to get a lawyer regardless.
Right. But I told him I just gave him, that was just my little tidbit of information. I'm not a home expert. I don't have any homes yet, so
talking all debt free talk, smart man. Alien, look at alien talking.
I just hate to see people go right back to where they just got out. They just getting out, and he was stressing out last year. When we were talking about when it was a possibility we could lose our jobs and stuff. He was really stressing out, and now he's got his cars paid off. His girl's working now too, and so he's doing far better than he was last year, and he's gotten out of debt, and now he's not just struggling to pay the house. Him and his girl are paying the house down, and they're looking at getting another house and selling that one. So I said, well, I don't know.
I hope he ain't trying to do that anytime soon. I sure hope.
Right. That's what I told him. I said, you might be able to get. Now I told him, I said, you might be able to get that land if you save up for it right now. You might be able to get that land that you want for dirt cheap. But because land it's when you put a house on it is when it gets expensive. But depending on where you live, depending on where you want to live.
Correct. Where you
live. Yeah, so depending on where you want to live, he could get some good land for a good price, especially when this market drops. But I told him, I said, I'd wait. I said, because the market's going to drop hard. I wouldn't wait. I'd wait on that. And that's why I was talking to Cosmo yesterday. I said, look, I'm going to save up the next 2 years. I said, if this market is still dropping crazily in the next 2 years or so, I mean, usually recessions last for a good while. So I might be able to give me a nice spot.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna last. This people don't understand. This is years. All right.
I'm thinking 10.
Yeah, 10. I mean, it's gonna be 10 bad ones for people that are in debt, but right now it could be 10 good ones for people out of debt. Very good.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I bought this car, even though this car did put me behind on my Chapter 7. I am so happy.
Does it feel better? I heard it goes faster when it's debt, when they ain't got no debt on it. Is it? I heard it goes 100 miles an hour faster when there ain't no payments on it.
No, but the gas is sure cheaper though. It's amazing. Like the gas on this car is just so much better when you don't gotta pay a payment on it. Like all you got is insurance
And
You know,
gas is going to rock bottom prices. Imagine how much that car is going to be worth more now for you when you fill the gas tank up for like $5-10. You know, when it goes
right?
down, prices drop down even lower.
And I don't live very far from my job, so it's like I live like 13, 14 minutes away from my job. So it's like, and there's not many people on the road right now. So
Right.
you know, because I mean, no, I'm not gonna lie. There's an absurd amount on the road in the afternoons. I don't know what that's about.
Oh,
We got curfew here at 5:30, so I don't know.
mhm.
But it's not that bad in the mornings. No, most people are still sleeping, and you know, after their party night or whatever, you know, people are still gathering for parties. So I mean, whatever.
Gathering for
But
parties. Oh my God. Okay.
oh yeah. People are still gathering for parties. Me and my son walk. Me and my son walk around the neighborhood, and people still are driving up to go and have a cookout with their families and
Oh
stuff.
boy.
They're still doing
Whatever.
it. I mean, that's on them. You know.
That's on them.
You know. I mean, you know, it's that's their choice.
That's
But
why that's what's going to cause the further restriction of lockdown because of people doing that kind of stuff. That's what's going to trigger it.
oh, no question, no question. I expect National Guard to start being more involved if because the cops are overwhelmed. I mean,
Right.
let's just
Right.
face this. Let's just face it. The cops are so overwhelmed. They're in North Carolina. I mean, I can't speak on other areas, but we were already before the coronavirus at a shortage. They were talking about it. They were like, not enough people were here, and then there were not enough cops for the amount of people coming in because there's like for every before the coronavirus was like 1,000 people a week coming into North Carolina.
Mm.
So now with you got 1,000, you had 1,000 people coming in a week, but now you got those people that have just come in or are already here. Now they're locked in their houses, bored, and want to do stupid stuff or want to do, and you can't restrict everybody. I mean, people are running red lights and doing whatever they want to do. I mean, they're doing, and in front of police stations, they're doing it, and
Why? 'Cause
so.
they ain't got enough people to handle it all right now.
Right. I mean, you know, there's reports that people are stealing stuff and stuff, and I feel like you said, right after this stimulus package comes, people are gonna go crazy, spend all their money, and then
Click clack.
and then it's gonna be click clack.
It's gonna be click clack.
It's gonna be
You better
click clack.
believe it. I'm even making my sounds click clack.
Click clack. And look, you know, just and look, I can see you now. You really gonna look like Blade. Then put the shades on, and you're gonna be Blade for real. It's like, God, no, Blade.
Yeah,
But
buddy. Yeah, it's gonna be, you know. That's why I say something big has to happen this summer. It has to. Something big has to happen.
I agree with you on that. This has been a crazy time, but I mean, I'm gonna try to do exactly what you said. I'm gonna Google it and see if I can find somebody
Right.
higher up to
Yeah,
reach.
I'm gonna look that up. So thanks for that information, man. I gotta look that up too.
Because you know, usually you can reach on the weekends. You can usually reach the student loan places, and they're not open. And that's I mean, you at least think that they would have some people working from home that would answer phone calls or something.
I'm telling you, what you're saying is correct. That's true. They could, but they're not because they're going to keep their slaves. They don't want to. They're not going to make you undo your chains. They're not going to make it easy for you. They're not.
I just want them to stop for a little.
Can I please take my chains off? No, slave. No.
I just want to stop beating me with the chains.
How dare you? After all I've done for you, after nobody would give you a loan out of everybody, and I did it for you. How dare you, slave? How dare you disrespect me like that?
Give me loans at 18 years old, not knowing anything about life.
Exactly.
Let me get you at your most vulnerable. You know, why didn't you just start when I was like 7 or something? You know,
Exactly.
You know, but I appreciate it. I just wanted to get your opinion on that. I'll give you an update once I find out what what I learned from it. And
Okay,
go
man. I
from there.
appreciate the info, NC Biggs, as always, man.
No problem. Talk to you later.
Later. Herbert says, people ask me if I have any regrets about retiring at 57 years old. No way, retirement is awesome. Why would anybody have regrets of retiring? That question alone makes absolutely no sense to me. Regret stop working? Mm-mm. Gabriel says, when I graduated, I felt bad because all my friends went to good colleges and I felt worthless until I hear student loans. I know, right? That's all part of the plan too, Gabriel. It's planned to make a person feel bad or dumb if they don't have a college degree. That's all bull crap. Joseph says, President not wearing a mask, why should we? Exactly. I'm not wearing no mask. Dave says, damn, sounds like my work crew. They call me lazy and missing out on this easy money. I know. Slaves love talking like that. Dale says, check out the top news stories in USA Today for 12620. The tragic death of Kobe Bryant stole the headlines from corona warnings. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. I do got to look that up. Thank you, Dale. I did not. Shoot. Joseph says their schedule is not their own. They don't even know it. Nope. Gabriel says 138-hour work weeks. Oh my God, that's ultra slave. Sure, and they're bragging about it, happy that they're putting in hours. Oh, that's slave to the fullest. Dave says they probably in serious debt. Yeah, only people in debt are happy to work that many hours a week. Joseph says, Gabriel, I had 150 hours last year on the regular. Oh my God. Gabriel says in 2017, the government had documents saying that the coronavirus is going to be dangerous and they let it happen. I don't know about that, but let's see. Gabriel, my theory for the economy. Let it happen, my theory for the economy. Patrick says, I paid $90 for my air fryer. See, I'm going to get it for $10. I'm going to wait till 2021 before I buy an air fryer. They're going to be on sale all day long. You probably have 50. I'll probably get 2 air fryers for $90. Harvey says, get the Instant Pot Duo. It's a pressure cooker and fryer in one, less than the price NC Biggs just quoted. Okay. Joseph says, Hyphy plantain challenge accepted. Plantain challenge accepted. Did Hyphy throw out a thing? Nicer says, LJ trying to break YouTube. How long you going today? I'm just going 3 hours. I gotta, hey, you see what Mike said, right? 3 hours is my limit. Okay. My girl, she knows I go hours on my live. So 3 hours is my limit. So we got about 15 minutes, you guys. Plus she does her own thing too. So I help her out, do her stuff too. So 3 hours. I did 3 hours yesterday, 3 hours today. That's why I take so much time off during the week. So I can not only gather ideas to talk to you guys about, plus I, spend time with her. She got a 6-year-old son he's beyond his years. He's just absolutely brilliant. I just feel privileged to be able to guide him growing up. He's never going to know, Gabriel's 19 getting this knowledge right now, right? He is going to grow up having this knowledge naturally in his mind. So he's not going to even know anything else. He's going to grow up knowing that he can become a multi-gazillionaire by just staying out of debt, just never go into debt, doing the opposite of the majority, never believing that you're a homeowner with a mortgage, never believing that the equity in the house is yours in a house that you don't even own. I don't have no idea how they got me to believe that stupid nonsense, but that's why there's 40-year mortgages, 50-year mortgages, 20-year car loans. Yes. Why do you think that is, you guys? Because people are in debt, but they still want the American dream, but live in debt. But they don't realize as long as they're in debt, they are asleep. This is why they're living the American dream. The American dream, you must be asleep. So we got about 15 more minutes, you guys. We've been on 2 hours, 43 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free now. Throw them in the comment, or you can jump on anytime you want. Don't be shy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you want to continue on just soaking up some more knowledge, you guys can jump onto the Discord server right there, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna hyphy set up what's called a voice chat, so we can get on there and speak, during our own turn and blah blah blah. That's how it works. But it's cool, man. It's multiple people, not just me, multiple SMD family members in there giving quality advice. We all believe here in the SMD family, we all believe in mathematics. That's what we have in common. We all trust math. Okay. If it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. And you come in there and you start making non-mathematical sense, you will get ripped to shreds. You're like, what? Well, wait a minute. What? What'd you say? Here's my email, just in case if you have any questions. Shoot me an email. My website is scrolling along the bottom there, savings-debt.com. Don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget. Instagram at savings-debt. I put a lot of memes up there. A lot of funny memes, you can also find me on, I got to get on that. Let me write that down. My Facebook website, facebook.com/Debt Ain't My Daddy. I need to change that to savings-debt. I'm going to do that. Change Facebook name. Change that. So anybody in here have any questions? Anything. It could be, what do I see in the future, economically, financially? Trust me, my view is very different than most. Okay, it's not just my view. It's anybody who's debt free. They can see exactly what I'm saying. That I'm not saying anything spectacular. I'm not saying that I'm some future seer guru or something. No, I'm just stating the obvious. Okay. If you're in debt right now and you listen to this channel, I want you guys to be very, very careful in these next few months, because the scammers are going to come out in droves. Okay. Not only illegal scammers, legal scammers getting you to worry about your credit. You want to fix your credit right now, or they're asking you to invest in the stock market, or you should buy some real estate right now. Now is the time to buy absolutely nothing. The fear is too rampant right now. It's too rampant. It is, and there's more fear to come. This is just the beginning fear. Okay. This is just the start of it. Wait till 2021 before you even think about purchasing anything. First, invest in yourself first, the business of you. Okay. Savings minus debt equals how much money your business is running on right now. If the business of you is in a negative, you are bankrupt. Your business is out of business. Okay. The business of you starts first. Before you even think or consider about investing or opening a business of any sort, ask yourself, is the business of me doing good? If the business of you is not doing good and you are in you're in a negative, that's where you start. You turn the business of you around. And once you turn that around, I guarantee you will know exactly what to do when you create a business outside of you. But right now is only worry about the business of you. Okay. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Fear is not meant to be feared, because whatever you're seeing is really not there. It's just designed to just scare you from finding yourself. It's all about finding you. It's all about finding you. All distractions have been removed. Everything. You have absolutely no excuse to discover you. Have confidence in you. Nobody can be you. You are unique. Nobody can be you. Don't worry about if you get online and start something up, some 10,000 people are doing it, whatever. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Those 10,000 people, half of them are not, they're just doing it for money. They're not doing it because it's them. They're just doing it because that's what they see a lot of people, other people doing. It doesn't mean anything. Don't come out of here thinking I got to make money. I got to make money. Right now is not the time to make money. Right now is the time to help others. Right now. Because they are going to remember the people when this is over. I keep repeating this. When this is over, the people are going to remember who helped them. Okay. They're going to remember the people who gave them life-changing advice, life-changing ideas. I mean, start cooking. If you like cooking, do that. Show people how, hey man, I know how to cook that. And they learn how to cook. Now they've discovered something that they love, or it could be a million things, but whatever it is that's going to help them through these horrible times right now. And I'm saying horrible because a virus that kills people, that's horrible. I don't want anybody to die, okay? But financially, this is the time to turn everything around. Think about what would you love to be doing that wouldn't feel like work? Everybody has one. Everybody has when they have some free time, they go and do this thing that they love to do. Hey man, I only got one day. I got one day off. I'm going to do this one thing I would love to do because they love to do it. Whatever that is, make it your life's work. I had my auntie called. My aunt called yesterday, and she's like, "How's business? What you doing, Linnell? How you blah blah blah?" I'm like, "I'm doing good." And she's like, "What you doing? You making money?" I said, "No, not really. Nobody has any money, no jobs." She said, "Then what you doing?" I said, "I'm just helping people. Helping them with what? Oh, just get out of debt and to show them how debt was hindering them and teach them to help themselves." She's like, "Okay, so tell me, how would you help me?" And I said, "Auntie, what would you love to be doing that wouldn't feel like work?" She said, "Well, I love baking." All right, I said, "Bake something. Have one of the nieces and nephew come over and just tape you doing something that you love and just throw it up on the internet. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just throw it up there. Just throw it up there, and people will say, 'Oh man, I didn't know how to cook this and that and bloggity blah.'" And people will see passion. People see and feel passion. Plus, when you find your passion, you put in work. Have you ever gone to a YouTube channel? So like this is what gets me. Let me tell you guys something. So you'll see some people do some collaborations with other people on channels, right? And hey, this is so and so. They're doing this and that and this and that and blah blah blah, right? And then they say, "Man, go subscribe to this person's channel. They're doing," and then you go to their channel. They don't have one video on their channel. Nothing. It's like if they're doing all this work, how come they're not showing us that they're putting in this work? You can't. That's one thing I cannot stand. I'll go to a channel to subscribe by some, and then you go to a channel and nothing's on the channel, not one video, and they want me to subscribe to what? To a blank channel? I'm not doing that. You got to put in some work. All right, you guys, we got about 7 minutes left. Any other questions before we get off here? All right. And I'm gonna be off so you guys know I'll be off for a few days because I've been trying to spread my time across. So between me and my woman, because this is a beautiful day here in South Carolina. We're going to go do some walking, enjoy the sun, feel this vitamin E on my skin. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great news. We determined that they're suitable for advertising. Okay. All right. Well, I got to do that again. Okay. Well, all right, you guys, we're going to wrap this up in about 8 minutes. You got any questions? This is a Q&A Sundays. This is for you guys. Let me know if you guys are still out there. Any other questions? Any other questions? It's like quiet crickets. Crickets out in the internet land. You guys still out there? You guys still breathing? All right, we're gonna cut this off then. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. See you tonight at 6. See you guys tonight at 6 o'clock on let me throw this up there one more time. There you go. Just in case if you missed it. Saving Minus Debt Discord server. Shout out to Hyphy for setting that up, getting all that working. Because I didn't even know what a Discord server was. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. See you later.